generation of my time. There is nothing we can do. Stop this plague from breaking through. Don't go around and waste my time. A generation of my kind. There is nothing we can do to stop this plague from breaking through.
Hello, OOR Nation. How's everyone doing tonight? So my name is Ryan Garrity, otherwise known as Big Smelly, and I am here to host the North American Red and Blue Split. Alongside me, I also have my partners in crime, Rob Jacques and Dave Hill. What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's up, Ryan?
Hello.
So we got Zolder tonight, which is currently raining. We got some rain action coming at you. Should be fun. What are we thinking tonight? So I know that we've seen the GDI that won in the EU blue split, if I'm not mistaken. So I wonder if we will see some other cars take the W tonight.
If it rains, it's a good bet.
Yeah, I feel like when it rains, that's when you like typically see like the biggest shakeup in position. I feel like it makes it a little more level.
Yeah,
And it shows
I
who
mean,
actually practiced.
rain is definitely the great equalizer. That's for sure. Ducky has a question. Do we have race control notifications working tonight? That is a good question. We may have safety cam.
Our personal safety cam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you. I'm glad you got that.
Our reporter on the ground.
I'm in pit road here, just having a
Oh.
chat.
I may have disabled the timing for this. All right, timeout, boys. Rookie
Sure
mistake.
thing. All right, let's just have a good night, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Let's see. Wait, did I confirm that?
No, Sco's the one holding out on us. That's why.
What happened?
Scout is the one with the race control app. He's the one.
The keeper.
Ah, the one.
He's the time lord.
The promised one.
Ooh, we have to prove ourselves tonight. Oh boy.
I'm just gonna sign off.
Challenge accepted.
Too much pressure.
Can't take it, Rob.
No, I'd rather be racing. That'd be less pressure than trying to earn a nap.
So with the rain, at least in qualifying right now, what do you think's the biggest concern?
Actually keeping the car
Curbs.
straight.
Yeah, that would be my vote too. All the curbs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
curbs, breaking points, chicanes, even worse.
The curbs
This
here
track is
alone, when
brutal.
it's dry, feels very slippy already as is.
Yeah, and this is the rude awakening round. I think we had two mega tracks to start the season where you could run 3 and 4 wide into turns. Despite us mocking them for it, they still the majority of the time got through unscathed. But now we have this tight little track where you got barely enough to qualify, and if you're side by side going into chicane, you might not come up the other end without some damage or some steward applied penalties. So this is the round. It's gonna get worse next week, I think, for Bathurst, but this might be the round where people start going, what the hell did I sign up for?
Goat,
I
are
think
you
you're
talking
spot
like
on.
a tea kettle? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, so let's touch on this real quick. Scout is asking, can anyone tell him what a kettle is?
That's
So,
my guess. Like a tea kettle, for boiling water.
okay. Rob, what's your guess?
Is this the what a kettle is? Or I mean, like a tea kettle, teapot. I'm so confused.
Okay, but that's what you're thinking, right?
Yeah,
What comes to
teapot,
mind?
call 'em kettle black,
Okay, yeah, so same
or
here.
the kettle cooked corn.
I don't know
yeah.
what the joke is. Apparently, Americans don't use kettles at all. So, if I want to heat
Yeah,
any
'cause-
water up, I toss a mug underneath the Keurig, or I use the stovetop. I don't use a kettle.
Yeah. We don't drink a lot of tea because obviously it's tea. Ugh.
Boy, the only tea we be drinking is sweet.
We have tea parties.
I don't think we have any Brits in here right now.
No,
Looks like Dornelis just passed Fabiano to currently sitting first at 133.549. So I think the top of the order is looking similar to what it has the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, similar lineup. I don't know what to expect for a good time when you add rain to it. It doesn't look like heavy rain. I can see that much.
So let's
So
put it
shouldn't
this
be
way.
too-
These guys are running times close to what we run normally, and it's wet. So that's quick.
All right. Time to hang it up, guys.
I mentioned. I think I mentioned it last week. That's why we're sitting right here, right now, and why we don't have expensive steering wheels in front of our faces.
One day.
So I feel like it has to be brought up because we've talked about it in every single race. Hudson in the Jag currently sitting P10. Pretty impressive.
He's no punk. All right.
Yeah, I
He's proven
agree.
that much.
I
Now,
think he
do we
needs
know
to.
how the Jag handles in the wet?
I can't
That's-
remember
Rob's gonna have to touch
if
on
we
that.
raced in it. Did we do any wet races where I was in the Jag, or was it all
No,
dry?
I think they were all dry.
I think the baseline, if it rains, you just add all the wing, add all the traction control, and just hope for the best. But yeah, I can't speak to the Jag personally, but I can say the the Jag is like a sinking ship, and everybody seems to be fleeing from it. So like Hudson is even more of a rare breed.
He's our
I
unicorn.
think Hudson didn't have a choice. They were a late add to the series, and the Jag was the only thing left.
I
So
mean,
I think,
technically,
Fair
there
enough.
is a spot in BMW open now.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's
there's
true.
a void left
Yeah.
behind, a smelly void.
Yep. I left my mark.
All right, let's see if
Yeah.
anybody out on track can overtake Dornelis and Fabiano up at the top.
I'm also curious to see if this rain will keep up, because the EU split was lucky. Depending on how you look at it, they had no rain at all during their 40-minute race. So we will have to
That
see.
is pretty lucky. Because both or all four APs had rain, at least a little bit of rain, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yes,
some
except
kind of
for
mix of. Here, go ahead. Sorry.
no, you're good. It was except the first split. They had rain in qualifying, and then they got to the 20-minute super sprint race, and it was just dark, no rain at all.
Oh yeah, Zolder is a super sprint, right? So we've got the 20-minute race,
Mm-hmm.
then super qualifying, and then the next 40-minute race has a reverse grid to start, like 1 through 12, and then everybody else is qualifying for the other positions.
Yep, exactly.
No pitting under the safety car.
Yeah.
No rain. It's dry.
Yeah, a little dark, a little
And-
cloudy.
And it looks like Landry was able to get pole.
So aside from
I
that,
think he's pretty high up in the standings, isn't he?
yes. Let's take a look. Hold on one second.
Currently sitting P6 in the overall standings.
Yep. So aside from Landry, top 5, we have Renato Dornelis in P1, Bruno Fabiano in 2nd, Nicholas Alvarado in 3rd, Rafa Sosa in 4th, and then Kenneth Portis the 2nd at 5th. The big trend that you see among the top 6 here, all mid-engine, until you get to 7th place, which is a Beamer driven by Perez Saidi. So,
Oh,
gotta love those mid-engines.
OOR custom bop win.
But we're about 14 seconds here from Super Sprint.
Make sure everybody gets their lights turned on. And a pretty cool track, 12 degrees.
Yeah, very crispy. A pretty dark track, if I recall correctly. Not too many lights around here. There are some lights at the end of Sector 3. Is that it? It's definitely no Mazzano, where everything is lit up like a Christmas tree.
And it's not Alta Park where there's no lights at all.
Yeah, right.
Oh, look at that chase cam action.
Oh yeah, you love it. Love to see it.
Little swamp
And the
lands in the
safety
middle
car. The the MVP.
One of these
Yeah,
days
just
we'll
cutting
get...
everybody in line. So how many turns before the first safety car do you think?
Well,
I think with it being dry, I think they're gonna be okay.
yeah, I agree with Dave.
That's my
I
bold
mean,
prediction.
we do have the potential carnage of the first chicane, which always brings some drama.
Yep.
So we never know.
I think
God, I cannot get
all
used to
but one
sours.
had a safety car first lap. I can't recall exactly, but it seems like the overwhelming majority have got the safety car at the first lap. One of the AP splits had 2 safety cars, which I didn't even know they did.
Oh man. So we'll have to attempt to pronounce some of these turns here.
The only one I know is Bud. That's the
Yeah,
only one.
there's the butt, and then there's the rest of them.
Well, this one, turn 10, coming up onto the home straight. I'm going to pronounce it as Jackie Ickbot, but I have no clue if that's right. I think I need some more phlegm. Sean Jacobs says we made half a lap before we got 2. Ooh.
Here
Well,
we go.
let's
This
see.
is the one.
Rob, you want to go ahead and call it?
Sure. Green flag, and they're already banging doors. They're already 3 wide in the first turn. Mercedes checks up in the back. Ferrari's tagging each other. How are we looking in further back? Oh, 3 wide at the pointy end.
Ah, where do we go? Disregard.
Woodmill's going strong. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they're still going. You see a little bit of lag in the back of the pack, but Honda and Bentley have a little door kiss. Porsche will use that opportunity for a quick position, but they're still going at it in the first chicane. This is great. This is what you want to see. No, I'm just kidding. You want to see drama.
Holy shit, we made it. All
We
right.
made it. Back half of the track should be a little easier.
That's one
Right?
chicken done. I don't know. This is still... I think once you get past these 2 chicanes here, it gets a little bit easier. But this is no track to sleep on. That's for sure.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't want to take
I feel
this last
it's-
hairpin for granted.
It's small, it's pretty narrow compared to the tracks that we've been at the last 2 weeks.
Oh, very much
Last
so.
chicane,
Very, very
this one always gave me
technical.
problems.
Will we catch anybody getting air on any of the chicanes?
Oh, 100%.
I think
And we
so.
know
Yeah,
exactly where to look.
especially toward the end of the race when
Oh.
you get a lot more desperate.
I think there was a little bit of lag. I saw a Ferrari fly off the track, but it didn't really happen.
Just a little warp, right?
Yeah.
Using
Pro
your
hacks,
imagination. All right, let's hop back
All
up
right,
to the race
yeah.
leaders.
So it looks like the big change at the front. Dornelis was able to pull ahead to first, and Landry fell back to third.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that I can't use ACC to spectate. My internet is just not able to handle.
Doing too much at one point.
Yeah, apparently 1080p video plus ACC is not It's just too much, man. Anyway,
Frowned upon.
yeah.
So the Audi is one of the strongest cars on the grid for Zolder. Oh shit! Ironically
as we
enough.
see, the
Commentator
manufacturer curse. All right.
Ugh. So the Audi actually holds the track record, if I remember correctly, for the fastest time around here, which was a 128 something. I know that's not the official terminology, but we're gonna go with 128 something.
Yeah, that's accurate enough.
128 skosh.
Yeah. Even better.
Looks like we've got Tommy Kogan making a move on Vasquez. Ooh, Vasquez kisses his bumper a couple of times.
Rafa keeping
And
it as well. Looks like we had a tiny bit of
spun him out.
contact. And we're on Vasquez, you said?
Yeah, we've probably passed it now, but Kogan was making a move on Vasquez, and just as he got in front of him, Vasquez kissed his bumper, probably like 2 times. It looked like spun him out a little bit, but
Jeff Spangler trying to throw off Kenneth Portis there. These two are very close right now. So what, Zolder, you take the Honda or the Bentley?
personally, I'd go Bentley because I just have trouble driving the Honda. But I would imagine if you're well versed in the Honda, it would be pretty competitive.
Yeah, I mean, you get that mid-engine speed, but with the Bentley, you can eat every single deadly curb that this track has to offer.
Yeah, I think for the short practice I've had with the Bentley, it's just too much of a rocket. I just could not tame it, so I would go with the Honda because I was able to do that one, do more clean laps on that one.
What did Carpenter tell us the other night? Just stomp on the gas and hold on tight.
Get that steering wheel straight and stomp.
Yeah, that's how you tame the Bentley.
Or the curb, or curbs in general.
Oh yeah, it's a healthy diet.
Oh, this
Hudson
is
making
looking
here. Look at
spicy
this.
right here.
Hudson making a move there, getting around Sosa.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a Jag moving up to the top 5.
showing that mid-engine. Look, yeah, a little bit of airtime there.
He said, "All right, Sonny boy, yeah, you know, I'll show you what it's like. I've been here since 2012."
Looks like Landry had a little bit of trouble with the chicane. Now, was the Jag one of the first cars released with the game?
It's been there forever. This is still very close, though. I know last week the grid really started to spread out very quickly, but that's one of the nice things with the smaller track, at least, especially in the super sprint. We should see everybody bunched up and combined for the entirety of the race, I would expect.
And with the format of the race being a super sprint, you get that kind of added complexity when the second race starts, that the grid is going to be reversed for the top 12 to add some more excitement there.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So we're running the reverse grid tonight. So if you place in the top 12, just like Dave said, you will be placing if you came in first in the first race, you'll be placing 12th. So you don't need to go into qualifying after this race, and everything is just flipped.
And it's
Cool little
not
feature
easy
that
to
we're doing.
pass it, if you ever noticed.
See, it looks like Sosa's got a good battle coming up here.
Yeah, I'm impressed with how close the top of the grid is here, starting with pretty much Landry going down through Sosa.
Where did Dad qualify?
Dag
can't
was
remember
pretty
where.
low. He was in like 23rd, I think, to
Oh,
start.
okay, it must have been the practice.
To be fair, it was a rainy qualifying, so I mean we're not making excuses, but that could certainly throw anyone off here.
I did always find that the Mercedes felt really uncomfortable in the rain. Um,
All I ever hear from you guys is how the traction control was so great, and it was awful in the rain.
it's just I don't know. I don't know what it is. It just feels like kind of unstable. But I mean, normally, yeah, the traction control is just too good in all other circumstances.
Interesting. Where did Kenneth place on qualifying? Do we know?
Let me take a look.
Let me check pit ball. Oh wait,
Which one?
Shots fired.
Portis. It looks like he qualified 12th. Dag was 24th, so he's already moved up to 16th. That's pretty good. Not too shabby. Hudson was in P11, currently up to P6.
which is huge.
Keith Briscoe's got a question. How many cars started tonight in the split? I believe it was high 30s. 37, 38.
32.
It was 32?
32.
I stand
Yep.
corrected.
So at least
I'm
that's
spewing
who
lies.
qualified. 32.
Got it.
Not enough for the Moloch hot tub stream, which for better or for worse.
Yeah, so we need a full grid for that, right? To get the hot tub?
Yeah, do we need it though?
Yeah, we could always use a hot tub.
The world needs more hot tub streams, not enough. This is a very niche thing.
Do it before they're banned.
Yeah. They don't have to go on to those websites I've never heard of.
So it looks like
Some
Jornelis
fans?
is pulling away from Fabiano. Kind of what we I think expect at this point. It's kind of been the case each week. He's able to get in front and just constantly pull away.
The man has gotten in front and stays in front, unless we're running the reverse grid, in which case he
And then
places
it's
12.
then it's
Take
always
the hell back.
exciting to see where he can get after that. I'm excited to see where Hudson finishes. We've still got just what 9, just close to 10 minutes left, and he's not too far back from Landry.
No, not at all. Only a second, and that can certainly change with any kind of slip up. And he has moved up. How many spots did you say again?
Started P11, so currently P4. Not bad.
We might be looking at driver of the night, at least for race number 1.
It's from my heart. Colin Johnson's having a good race, much better than last week. Had bad luck last week, and he missed the first race or the first round, but he's holding it down so far.
Ooh, a little bit of lag there.
Looks like Vasquez ended up getting a 10-second penalty. I'm guessing that's from the collision with Kogan.
Don't worry, race control will tell us.
Ike guy, 15-second penalty. I didn't catch what that was. And Austin Carpenter's got a 5-second penalty.
Call race cam,
Well-
asking for a friend.
No.
Scout doesn't think we deserve it. We don't deserve race control.
The night's still young. You have plenty of opportunities to let him down.
It looks like we're already hitting some back markers here. Johnson and
and-
Voisin.
And Thompson also has a 15-second penalty. Oh, he said he sent the app.
Oh, my bad. I just saw that. Oops, wrong button.
Yeah, don't hit quit.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen.
We're going to stream Valheim. Just kidding.
I keyed.
Oh, so Sosa was able to get around Hudson. So Hudson fell back to 5th, but still very close between 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Looks like
before the race actually started out in the ACC clan, I think I caught Rodriguez in the back wiping out before the green flag actually waved. He might have been carrying damage in the race.
Well, you hate to see
I
that.
think I saw them in the pits at some point at the beginning.
He's the BMW, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I wonder if
this
maybe they
second
forgot to
chicane.
hit drive or something at the beginning. Because they
No,
teleported
they were
directly to the pits.
no. I think he probably went there on his own volition because I saw him in the grass at the second chicane.
Oh, okay.
At the time when everybody was meant to be doubling up for the start.
Looks like Landry got a drive-through penalty, so probably exceeded track limits.
Yeah, that'll be something else to look for. With the super sprint, might not be as much of a factor as a full length race, but it is so easy to get a little cheeky with these cuts.
Well, I think this is like one of those tough tracks where, in some spots you can really go over quite a bit of the curb, and then not so much in others. So it's easy to get messed up on that.
Hold on, I got to comment on this. I think this is the dumbest thing. Do you have your ID? Oh, shit.
Just in case you get pulled over.
Oi, mate, you got in the car. Do you have your ID, though? Watch out, the cops are everywhere. They're at the Jackie Ickbocht.
Jeeves, fetch my ID.
Did anybody catch what happened to Burke? He's in the pits right now, too.
No,
he was towards
did
the
not.
top.
I'm wondering if Bruno got the 10 seconds for track limits? Because I believe they're skipping the stop go 30s for a 10-second penalty.
So is Bruno Vasquez? Or so Bruno rear-ended Kogan, and I think that's where the 10-second penalty came from.
Gotcha. You
Yeah,
got a
those are
license
that's
for
what-
that car?
Oi, you got a license?
You got anything in the car as well, son? God, these super sprints go by so quickly. This fight is spicy for P1. Fabiano is
Yeah.
not going to let Dornelis get away with this easily, and ooh, he might overtake here. Let's see. Let's get an overhead view. And he did.
Ooh,
Keep it. Oh, a little bit of contact there.
Getting a bit spicy.
What's great about this track is you don't got to worry so much about aero damage.
and with
Nice.
it being only 20 minutes, you can drive really aggressive and not have to worry about the tire. Making the tires
Yep.
last.
No tires, no fuel. But he's driving away with this. Looks like this could be it.
Hey Jay, don't you worry. Those moments are coming for you shortly.
Yeah, it's only the first
Oh.
race, man. Oh, he loses it.
no!
No, keep it!
Awesome.
Go, Bruno,
Oh,
go!
He managed to keep it.
Yeah, he kept it.
I think Dornelis kind of helped him stabilize the car by giving a little bit of a tap there.
JP, good morning.
Yeah, you want
How you doing?
to double tap him.
Oh man, that just got me so pumped. I love seeing people do well, and Bruno has been one of the drivers that has been so consistent and quick, especially moving up from last season. We've talked about this previously, but he is just an incredibly fast driver, and we know that Dornelis is as well. So good to see some more competition and another leader on top. But let's go ahead and leave
Yeah,
this for now. Go ahead, Rob.
Oh yeah, no one wants to see someone just run away with the race.
So it looks like we've got Andrew Burke in the chat, and they were disconnected from the game. It says internet's fine, but the server disconnected. So that's why he's in the pits.
Andrew, I would hit up. Are you back in the game right now? I would hit up Cam.
Yeah, never hurts to try.
So it looks like we could potentially still have a battle around P7, P6 with Spangler and Voisin.
This little
And
gaggle, man.
also
I tell you.
Hudson and Sosa is still pretty close.
Andrew, yeah, I'm in game. Okay, cool. That's unfortunate, though. Hate to see that.
They're saying
Bums.
to go talk to Cameron Farmer.
The Viking.
Viking Cam.
The Viking farmer. Mr. Dag has he's got 3 spots since I checked in on him last.
Moving on up.
I'm learning.
So yeah, he started 24th and he's up to 13th.
Yeah, he's on the warpath.
Now in free practice, we saw him doing pretty well towards the top of the grid. So
Ooh, that you hate to see that.
Yeah,
I don't know what just happened
banging.
there.
But wasn't getting a drive through. So maybe him going off road wasn't the worst.
So
Yeah,
drive through would be for track limits.
Possibly. That might change. Let's give that some time. Let's give some other people some love. Let's jump down to 13, 14, and 15. Ooh.
Is that the
I
the
just
Rodriguez?
I just saw that BMW go off.
Yeah, Perez taking the
sorry.
esports line.
Yeah. Looks like we're on the final lap.
Yeah, you got your dries, your wets, your mud tires. Perez brought his mud tires to party tonight.
Let's get the flaps. Yeah, AP comps love our impressions, so I'm sure to sprinkle them as much as you can.
McFriedlich, good evening,
Well,
good morning.
I thought you were going to save it all for next week, Rob, where we're going to be at Bathurst.
Yeah, I can barely, got barely enough energy to just talk in my native tongue, let alone
Talk my
whatever
native tongue. Tung, tung, tung.
that drawl they have. And
When I hear you say draw, I immediately think ding 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 ding.
it's kind of what the equivalent's like for Australia.
I'm very curious if they have, like, yeah, everyone has an Aussie accent, but in the U.S. you got like New England, you got your Southern, but even like the Southern accents, you got Florida, Louisiana, where you can't understand it, Texas,
Got the Georgia.
the Georgia Southern. But aside from that, we have a new winner this week. Bruno Fabiano taking P1, boys. All right. Dornelis taking P2.
Well done.
And Rafa Sosa with P3. Hudson coming in at P4. Woo! Oh, that was a good finish.
Looks like Dag was able to get up to P12. So
That's the magic spot, isn't it?
yeah, so he's going to start first with the reverse grid.
And the second races have a little more points, don't they?
Yeah, I believe they get 90 points in first place for the super sprints. Let me go check the website.
Alrighty. Kenneth Portis P9, Bruno Vasquez P10. And yes, like you said, Dag with the provisional pole for race number 2.
It was all calculated.
So yeah, for the race 2 for the super sprints, 90 points goes to first place. In the first part, it's 60 points.
And 150, right? Second race?
Second race is 90.
Gotcha.
For the regular sprint, so a 60-minute race, it'd be 150 for first. Scott's helping us out here in chat.
My man.
It's like, these guys don't know what they're talking about.
Sorry,
Mullick,
Scott.
he's like, Mullick, where did you find these guys?
We just needed a warm body to watch over the race. And he said, yeah, I'll sleep. Is that everyone?
So did they end up changing it? I know during the first race at Silverstone, the super sprint timing was a little off for the qualifying. It's supposed to be, I think, 6 minutes, and they maybe had it at 10 originally.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
so
it
that
was
shortened.
shorter.
Okay. So yeah, I think it's supposed to be 6 minutes. So we'll see. It's sunny. That's good. Oh, they did 8 minutes this time.
Good start. Wind watch. We got 4 kilometers an hour to the 100, not the car.
So it looks like Kogan is one of the first ones out of the pits for qualifying.
I can never get this free camera to work. I feel like a damn dingus.
This is the track where I would rush out as quickly as I can for quality start, just to get as much clean air and as many cars behind me as I can.
So Rob, as a fan of the Nissan, how do you think it fares at this track?
A little rough. I was seeing some 129s, which are, obviously good. The more on meta cars can definitely get a lot lower lap times, but the traction control on it can be a little jumpy, a little twitchy coming out of some of the corners. I've definitely loaded up the tires too much on the curbs, corner exit, and just speared right into the wall on some of these exits. So I don't know. It's nothing too out of the ordinary, it seems. But I could not keep up with Tommy Kogan in the whatever Claire in the rookie race on Tuesday.
Oh boy, side note, I'm trying to drink a sour right now, and this is just bleh. Alt F4. Thanks, Ducky. Yeah, no one wants to watch the race.
Do people still fall for that? Do you notice, like, when you play games and you're trying to like ask for some sort of shortcut for something, somebody always says Alt F4. And do you think
Yeah.
people still fall for it?
You got the guy who's like, "Hey man, how do I get in the car? It's not working." Alt F4. Thanks, dude. He's the god. There's a little hop.
Yeah, that was
you
all
should
the
do.
crew right there.
You should do a free cam right on that chicane, and just so we
should.
can watch to see if who gets air.
If I can get the safety car, we'll do it because he's not gonna move. What brewer? Victory Brewing.
Oh, you're a big fan of Victory. You've mentioned their beers multiple times.
Yeah, no, they're good. Golden Monkey is my
Golden
favorite.
Monkey, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
I like Dirt Wolf. That's a good one with them.
Is that one that they make?
It is, yeah. And I've had the Golden Monkey too.
Golden Monkey is good, but you have too many of those and they'll knock you on your ass. Yeah,
Yes.
Sour Monkey's right, Ducky.
Can confirm. I went to a wedding once that was an open bar, and the groom had filled it with beers that he liked, and there were just tons of those Dirt Wolves, which are double IPAs, and it's dangerous.
As deep as will smack you. How many do you
All
have?
right, so
4?
So it looks like Sears currently P1 with a 129.598.
Keep doing your thing, Dave. I'm gonna cycle through the whole grid.
Yeah. Let's see. Ike Guy, 129.058. So and see, this is one of the things that I kind of like about the super sprint is you've got the top driver sitting in the pits right now, So you kind of get to see, the top times that these other drivers can get, which is kind of nice.
Let's see if anyone gets air. Will the cone live? Predictions.
These guys all seem to be doing pretty well in this first chicane.
Should we go to the second?
I feel like are there cones in the second one? I feel
No
like
cones on the
that
second.
would be the one if yeah.
Oh, there might be.
That's a really nice camera angle, Ryan.
This will
Yeah.
be safe on quali, but on the race, it's not going to be long for this world.
Oh no, it'll be gone after the first lap. Flagman. Oi, flagman.
Well, they're in
McFreedick.
Belgium, so it wouldn't be. It would have a different accent, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we went through this, and as much as we think it would be the German accent, it's not. They sound very English.
But for the sake of the stream, I think we should do it in German.
Are you
Oh.
trying to find that Easter egg that Mullick found in the AP race?
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is it? Where's the flagman? There he is. One of the devs.
Carpenter jumped up into P2 with a 128.860. Flavio in the Nissan, Rob, the 129.244. What's your
Beautiful.
top time here, Rob? You can hit a 129, right?
I think I've hit in the 129s, yeah.
We've got Sear in the Porsche with a 129.598. We've got Tommy Kogan in the Nissan with a 129.616.
Let's see here. McFreedick. I never got to finish her first message. Me as a McLaren driver, am so jealous about other models and how they can take these curbs. Yeah, I feel your pain. I started on the Audi, and I had to avoid curbs like the plague. So I feel your pain, and if I want a German accent, I need to listen to you. Well, my friend, I think we need to hop in the Discord one day, and you can teach me a few things, yeah?
Let's see. We've got
Sounds like
Burke.
you can do the teaching.
I don't know
Burke
about
jumped
that.
up to P3 with 128.893.
And then, let's see, Jay says, do like a Scottish accent. Oh, that one's tough. Let me have another heavy beer, and then we'll get to that.
Just
I'm gonna go grab another drink before the race starts. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
go for it. Times on Nürburgring. The fastest time I got was a 156 with the Beamer.
It sounds about what I would have got.
The key combo, was that for... It's not F7, then control.
Oh, it's right. Yeah, middle click your mouse
Let me
on
try control F7.
after you do the F7.
Oh.
Are you there?
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Cam.
There you go.
Cam to the rescue.
Now you get that freedom.
Oh, damn.
What the
This looks like fun.
little
Little pump track.
yeah, little BMX BMX action
Hell yeah. That would be fun.
powered by the windmill.
Struggling to push below 155. Jay, that's still very quick. I would not be ashamed by that time at all. I thought that was a slide. How do you get down from
So
the
let
roof?
down.
Whee!
You sound so let down. Well, that was a slide. I got excited. Now I'm pissed.
This is
Thanks
a
for watching the
Chuck E.
stream,
Cheese,
everybody. Good
boy.
night.
Oh, you thought this was Chuck E. Cheese with the slides everywhere? Stupid Americans.
Said, I do not know this cheese person. We are a race course.
All right. Sorry. Tadas Lucas? All right, let's hop in. Nicholas Amon. P17. Very nice.
Oh,
The Moan.
Might be streaming this.
F7, control F7. He is definitely streaming this. Let's see. Hello, Mr. Burke, are you here?
Oh.
So I wonder what the first front engine will be to crack the top 5 that we have.
In points or
Well, I mean, in points, obviously we got Perez Saidi. He's next on the list to crack top 5. But the mid-engine cars are just taking control. At least for North America Blue. And if I recall correctly, it's about the same story for North America Red as well.
yeah, the Speedy Boys. That's where they go.
Love them mid-engines. But we've seen
IMAX.
the Porsche was on top in AP last season, I believe. And then Andy O'Hara was top dog in the Beamer. That's a front engine. So, I mean, anything is possible. It just depends on the driver, I suppose.
You
Mr.
like how
Janetta.
Cam randomly shows up and helps you out?
Oh, Cam's the man.
Your guardian angel.
All right, you guys remember the drill? If we line up straight, we get stubby holders.
Are there enough? Is there a long enough straight? This is already a disaster.
So, does it count if all the cars are in line, or does it need to be? Mullick is pretty strict about his straight lines here.
I'm a
I'm
little
furious.
curious. I thought Dag was in 12th. Why is there a BMW in front of him?
Where is he?
Is he
I don't
gone?
even.
So Dag is in the Mercedes behind the safety car, but there's a BMW there.
It may be P13, if I recall. I guess we won't get a time to check. Let's see. I missed out on some of the chat here.
JP says that Andy and Philippa would be near the top in wheelbarrows.
Pushing
I
each
agree.
other.
I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of wish they were in the same split, just so we could see, who was the best.
I think
guess
we
maybe
did
in
get some of that with the postseason.
Oh, do they combine the splits for the finals?
Yes, if I recall correctly, they do. And they take the top drivers from each. Alright, I am going to grab... Well, if I do that, it's my last one. No, I know what I'll do. Alright, I'm grabbing another beer, and I'll be right back.
The listener doesn't know because Ryan has a beer or he has a fridge right next to his computer, which you can hear him accessing right now.
I'm back.
You giving them a play-by-play of Ryan getting a beer?
Yeah, what do they call that on TV? Like SAP or something, where a person just kind of narrates what's going on.
It was at
Not like
this
closed
point.
captioning.
It was at this point that the fat boy got up from his chair, got another beer, cracked it open with a slight smile on his face, and said, "Alright boys, I'm back. Don't worry. I'm here. It's time for ASMR start. And here we go. Perez Saidi taking the lead, followed by Thomas Dag in Anderson, Portis in 4th, Mendez in 5th, Spangler in 6th, Johnson in 7th, Hudson in 8th, Sosa in 9th, Dornelis in 10th. So this will definitely be one spicy competition that we have here, boys. So we're just waiting for green, and it's green, green, green. And let's see if there's nonsense that ensues. A little tap here. Oh, someone's dead. Dag
my
is dead.
God.
Porsche's dead. Honda's dead.
Already
Let's
is.
see. Is there any more death here on turn 1? No. A little few more on track.
Oh,
What do we have, Sam? What do we have? I need a control cam. Let's see here. Oh,
looks
are
like
they slowing down?
Anderson took him out. Are they getting
Safety car is on the move.
Yep.
So it was
That-
a fun dream.
That I feel like that. Yeah, they needed the safety car there.
I think Dag is the new Hussar.
Jay, do that the whole race. Here we go, taking the first chicane very slowly, 2 by 2. There's one that's backwards, facing the wrong way, esports direction. Here we go. All right, following the Aston here in P22. Who is that? Who is that? Chris Fraser? Chris Fraser?
You
Trying
sound
to turn
yeah,
into an
there was
like
a
auctioneer.
safety car.
he-
Holy cow!
you know, you could live in South Park or something. That's you sound a little bit like that.
One of my favorite characters in South Park are the Canadians. Hey, Thiago, what's going on? How are you tonight? We did say beer. Alright, let's get out a helicopter can.
Which
Did
beer
we ever
you
find
grab
out if
this
it's
time?
Matthias or Matthews? I don't think we ever did.
It's like society is pulling pretty far ahead.
With that BMW power for the BMW. Whoa.
Dag has fallen all the way back to 27th.
Yeah, he got annihilated. That
Yeah.
was
He's not gonna be happy about that at all.
Nah, he
rightfully so.
Nah.
it's kind of hard to go the opposite direction when you're facing the wrong way. Pro tip.
Is that the pro tip of the day, right?
I think it is. We're gonna roll with that, and that's that. Yeah,
Go in the right direction. That's your pro tip of the day.
yeah. Go straight. Do more better.
Do more better.
I'm gonna go on board with someone here. Let's see.
BMW taking the esports line.
Excuse the quick flicks.
Ducky, you might be right.
Doing well, Thiago. Appreciate it. Having some fun with the blue split. You getting ready for yours?
So, Society currently has a gap of 1.65 seconds on Mendez. Now, Ryan, you being a previous driver of the BMW team, does it hurt your feelings seeing a BMW do so well?
No, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like to see that car do well because it's very challenging. That's how I found it, but it's a totally different beast that you need to wrangle. It drives differently, as opposed to what I was used to for so long. So no, I think seeing that car do well, I am most impressed by Hudson, who is already up 4 positions from where he started.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say we should kind of hover around these guys for now because we've got Fabiano right behind him, and we know how fast Fabiano is.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
she
nipping
did a
at his
battle
heels
up ahead
right
of us,
here.
too.
That is the camera right there for this sort of.
Ooh, that's a little love tap.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, they
got some slinky action going there.
there goes the McLaren.
Everyone loves a slinky. It could be 5 seconds, maybe, maybe not. But Rubbin is racing.
Ooh, Mendez got a 15-second penalty. Was he the one that hit Dag?
Possibly.
No, that was a Porsche. I think it was a
it
Porsche
was a
that
Porsche.
hit
You're
Dag,
right. You're right.
who also is going to
Race
be in the back
control,
of the field with him.
If you were in the chat and YouTube, can you let us know what happened with Mendez? Oh, we've got some cars off in the back. Favaro, Rodriguez, and a Honda. Is it Lucas?
Ooh, that looks brutal. Landry just been abused.
That has seen some better days.
Oh god.
Oh,
my
they're still
God.
going in the back.
Oh, dive bomb
Honda.
Hussar. Ugh.
Honda just bullies
Oh
Hussar.
god.
What have they done to my boy? Look at that.
Does that count as race track limits if you drive up on the wall?
It might invalidate your lap.
If
Oh,
we're in Australia, yeah. Like, yeah, nah.
Yeah, they'll
You close to that
they'll
wall.
do that to you.
You dead.
Keep it on the pavement and put it there for you.
I gotta work up the courage to do a Scottish accent on stream. Got to work up that liquid
you-
courage there, boy.
Do you have Shrek playing in the background
I
for
think
some
you need to be
inspiration?
practicing. You could do better than that, Ryan.
I know.
I know you can.
Amateur
I
hour over
know
here.
that you know that you can do better.
That was some White Goodman action. I know that you know that we know that you should do better.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you know.
because I read it in a book.
So we got Dornelis here, trying to catch up to Fabiano.
Slowly making his way. The cars are the proper way up, so I know we aren't in Australia. Yeah, you know you go down under, cars are flipped over, toilets spin the other way around. It just doesn't make sense.
green
We use
split
kettles to
did
cook
start-
everything.
The green split did start a little bit better than they have in the past. So
Yeah, I
maybe
mean,
they'll
the AP
figure it
green.
out.
I think overall every race has been fairly, and I'm using the word fairly very loosely, clean. This
So
chicane has been
Seidi's still
surprisingly clean though overall.
pulling away. 3.44 second gap on Mendez.
All right, let's check in. Jeff Spangler. So if there was going to be a driver to watch, Jeff Spangler was going to be at the top of my list. He's been one of the drivers who has been placing very consistently in regards to his race pace, and just had some unfortunate accidents to keep him still top 10, but in a higher tier. So I am curious to see if he can hold this out today and pull out a podium potentially.
Well, that 15-second penalty for Mendez is definitely going to help his cause.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, behind him, certainly some fast people with Sosa and Hudson. And
Hudson's making a move here. Can he get around
Oh,
him through
God.
the inside?
Oh,
Oh, no.
That's a tough one.
so,
That
is
is, oh
that
wow!
Dag?
And
No,
Oh,
Bruno.
that was
it's Fabiano.
Fabiano. Ooh. Didn't quite catch.
Yeah, if you want to take that inside line, you gotta break a lot sooner than that.
It looks like he's having a hell of a time with that Mercedes right now. Do you see that? Just keeps flicking back and forth. Yeah, he's got some major tail sliding
Hey,
action
player.
going on.
Probably broke something when he hit the wall.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is
Yeah, just
likely going to be track
Chicane
limits.
intentionally left blank. How about those tire marks going into the wall out of that chicane? Who that was?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, next time they go to the first chicane.
We'll take a
Yeah,
look.
you can see that chicane as well.
So we've got Spangler pretty close to Mendez. I think probably going to maybe make a move on the straight. Oh, he's trying to get around him now.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody. So hard to fight back through this pack in the second race. Yeah. I mean, this track is just difficult to fight through any kind of pack in general. You have to wait for someone to have a big oopsie, and then you take over from there. And then
Yeah,
defend or do your best to not have a big oopsie yourself.
Yeah, not a lot of room to pass.
Yeah,
You have to be pretty patient here.
And it
and you
only
gotta
gets
set up a
narrower
move
from here.
well before you try it.
Sorry, Rob, go ahead.
No, it's just one of those tracks where you gotta set up a move before you get there. I've heard some people will follow a guy for a lap or two and look at the line they take to the chicane or into a braking zone, and then just try to set up a move in advance of that the next time around.
You gotta love
And it
this
seems
though.
like one of those
Like,
tracks you have to do that.
we've got 2, 3, 4 very close packs, so everyone's getting a little bit of action here tonight. Tommy
Yeah, you
Kogan
get
leading
the,
this gaggle.
Trains.
Oh man, King in the EU split had the send of the century. It was close to the end of the 40-minute race, so the end of the sprint, and he did the exact same move that the driver in front of him took to pass him, and then just took off, and he climbed roughly 14 or 15 positions. It was very impressive.
Dang.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
EU
that's-
split was very good today.
Yeah, sorry, I missed it.
Spangler was around Mendez briefly. Mendez was able to get a better line, get back around him. Oh, watching Hudson here. Feel like he's just a fan favorite for being the only Jag.
I mean, you kind of have to. He's
Yeah, you
damn,
gotta-
he's
you
got
gotta
10
respect
seconds
it.
as well.
That's
he might
fair.
be taking he might be taking that 10 seconds from. It looked like he had a bit of contact.
Yeah,
coming out of the home
he
straight.
chiseled his way in,
Ooh.
kind of like that
Yeah,
in T1 with Fabiano. No, wait, Fabiano was behind all that. But yeah, the
Oh,
elbows are coming out. Oh my
shoot.
gosh, there he
Jay-
goes.
that
Look
was
at
a hell
that.
of a send. Wow.
Got a great question for chat. I missed what
Almost
just
gets
happened.
double
I
tap.
saw Spangler there, but what car has the best interior sound?
Well, this is getting
Maserati. Next
spicy.
question.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
these guys
say,
are getting
I
impatient.
like the Ferrari on the deceleration.
Yeah, the pops, the backfires.
Making
Which one
some
did you say,
popcorn
Dave?
For the show, Ferrari.
Yeah, I think I gotta agree with you. The Ferrari is spicy. I love those crackles.
Yeah. Actually, can you get us to an inside camera shot on one of these Ferraris? Maybe we can hear it.
There it is.
No, we can't.
There it is.
Popcorn crackle.
Oh yeah. JP, what is your Audi for JP? Do we have an Audi nearby that we can get into with? Oh yeah, Bert.
The Audi also sounds phenomenal. That is a very good sounding car. Let's check. All right, let's go on board with Bert.
Genuine surprise. Everybody didn't say Maserati.
Well, we can't go to a Maserati right now, but that is a beefy engine.
The 2019 Maserati
Shut up, Google.
has an 8-cylinder 4.7-liter engine.
No one asked you.
Hey Alexa, what's Ryan's address?
His address is... No, shut up! Shut up, stop talking! The Rex Lambo has the best interior sound by a mile.
Oh, the Rider. I can't remember what that one sounds like.
I can't either because we never use it. Come Friday, maybe we will. How you doing, Andy? Glad to have you
Here
on
comes
board
the
here.
I
sand.
feel like we've
Ferrari.
gotta be pretty impressed with Seide here, getting a 9-second lead on Mendez.
Dude, he is chilling. He's just putting on a clinic.
Yeah, this is his round apparently.
Ooh, I hope that stutter was just for us and not everyone else.
I saw it on Discord.
It happened in the stream too.
Oh no.
Mercedes out from the back.
Yeah,
Oh,
who
no.
who is that? Dornella snuck past Hudson, pushing it back into P5.
That should
I
be a little
think
sigh of relief.
Dornelis is going to be
Wow.
able to get around these two Ferraris.
You don't think he is? Or you
No,
do?
I think he will. I think he will.
Oh, we got Burke
Caution.
moving up a few
Oh,
spots
caution.
too. I want to watch him because he was
Also
previously in
excited to see
P10.
if Kogan can get his way past the Jag.
Looks like he's got a bit of damage there on the side.
Yeah, he sounds get bullied tonight.
I mean, damage from the side I don't think is too terrible, but if you jack up that front splitter, you're toast. All right, we got ourselves a hell of a battle tonight. This is good.
Yeah, this is short track racing, man. I love it. Some
Definitely one of my favorite tracks.
Papers, please.
Oh, Hudson was able to get the spot back from Dornelis.
Yeah, I wonder if he got loose and just capitalized on the mistake.
I think he went a little wide. Maybe Hudson was able to carry some more speed.
So, my name's Jeff. I wonder if the Mercedes is slipping away from Fabiano, from Bruno, and that is leading to the issues that he's having tonight. Because it seemed to be snapping
from the
around
damage?
quite a bit. Huh?
Yeah, can we zoom in on the car for Fabiano, see if we can see any damage?
Yeah,
he did
because he
get some contact.
he drove into the wall, avoiding the Hudson crash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is this
Call
new to you?
that You call that a
little
wall?
bit.
Now that's a wall. Yeah. Oh, that side's not too
Oh,
bad.
and he just
Oh, there we go.
narrowly
That-
avoided a Ferrari if he missed that.
I did miss that. So here's his good side. We'll watch him from here. Everything else is just jacked up. So yeah. That is likely leading to the issues that he's incurring tonight.
JP, what time is it in Thailand right now?
I think he said good morning. 9 a.m. Andy says the hit with the wall busted the suspension or steering. Those snaps aren't normal for the Merc. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that would explain it.
And if anybody in chat doesn't know, Andy drives the Mercedes in the green split for AP.
Andy drives a Razor scooter and comes in first, season after season. Does the heel flip, never kicks his Achilles or shins. Says, yeah, bitches, look at me. 10. He's 1 hour ahead of me. Gotcha. So Thailand is 13 hours ahead.
Oh, Hudson fell all the way back to 13th.
If we had the replay feature, we would have
Is
checked
that
that
part
out.
of that? Yeah, we should try and get that set up for the next race.
Yeah,
Alex.
yeah. There's a lot that we should get set up, including
Just
having
get another
updated
computer
images.
and yeah, the
Whoopsies.
round cards.
Doesn't Mullock have like 5 computers or something like that?
3. His
Oh.
battle station. Yeah, Mullock's setup is awesome.
It's intense.
Andy says he's useless on scooters. I beg to differ. All right, what if we strap a motor on it? I'm sure you'd be better. Ooh, yeah, Burke being overtaken here.
Yeah,
Was
it's
that by by Spangler?
Spangler got around him and
It's an easy
Kaya
pass.
maybe.
He says, "Mi scusi." Luckily, we don't have any tunnels. How big is the gap here?
Hilmon's taking the easy way through the chicane, going through the dirt.
Yeah, just putting some grit on the tires helps grip.
Oh, okay. So it looks like the way to get around Andy at this track is put him on a scooter, and you'll be all right.
With a stick in
Perez
front of the
Saidi,
scooter.
ladies and gentlemen, putting on a show.
I want to take a look at the back of the grid, see if we can find some battles going on.
Let's do it. Nick Amon.
If you look at 21, 20 around those guys are all very close together. Dag is able to work his way back to 19th. But yeah, those guys have a pretty good gaggle going on.
Safety car doing work.
Spangler, I think, went wide at one point. I don't know if he bounced off somebody, but he did go off track. probably like 6 minutes ago, maybe.
Yeah, I think he had a bit of an off track at the first chicane, the clean chicane. But aside from that, he has climbed back up to P5. We were just watching him.
Looks like Ornelas is going to be making a move on Mendez soon.
All right, we'll hop back up there shortly.
Soon is now. Now.
All right, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going.
Yeah, it just got around him at that turn there. He's able to take the inside.
Into the Jackie Ickbocht.
So with the penalty on Mendez, Togan should get a podium finish. As long as nothing changes.
Yeah.
As long as we don't curse him by saying he's had such a great race this round.
Who would do such a thing?
I don't know. He's,
Not us, right?
He doesn't deserve to be cursed because he's such a great driver.
Who would have thought? Look at us.
Look at us.
Who would have thought? Not me.
Looks like Hussar was able to get around Fabiano, and Portis is getting around him, and Hudson probably soon. I mean, the fact that he's able to put up such a good fight with a damaged car, you should go inside on Fabiano to see if we can see if he's got to turn the wheel a weird way to keep it straight.
Oh God, could you imagine?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's no stability there.
JP says, "Thank you." Was waiting for Jeff moment. Oh God.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's a little scary to watch, right?
I kind of want to watch this a little bit longer.
There's no chill in that car.
How much cursing is going on at Bruno's house right now?
Probably quite a bit.
Definitely.
It's TC6.
I remember being told that that's the magic number in the McLaren or in the Mercedes. But I wonder if he turned it up to help counteract the car right now.
Look what they've done to my boy.
Speaking of craziness, Hudson wants it back.
He got a taste of what glory could be like when he wants it again.
Yeah, he's that Mercedes is a handful.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, he just who was that Johnson make a little contact?
That was
Hard to tell.
how you
All
doing?
those Porsches.
Oh God.
Fabiano's pulling over.
Yeah, he
I
might
think-
have too much damage.
Might be done.
Yeah, it just teleported to the pits.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Ooh, Hudson, 45 seconds of penalties. What happened?
Oh my goodness.
He's been a wrecking ball this round. That's why.
Oh, look out for
you're
Hudson.
Jack.
He's the Jeeves wrecking ball.
Let us know what the heck happened to Hudson.
Jeeves fetch the TNT.
Oh God, what happened? What's going on here? Fucking
Oh, and
brutal.
one of Hudson's victims. It's the trail
I'm gonna
bot.
climb my way to the
shouldn't
top, one way or the other.
It's lovely
Porky
Porsche
Boy.
on Porsche action.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the pointy end of it? Vasquez.
See, Dornelis was able to get second place.
Oh,
and
wow.
Heidi has an 11.3 second gap on him.
Trusting that netcode. Did you see that? From the camera angle, it could have been further away, but it looks like Dag was right on the corner panel of Colin right there. That was close.
Yeah, I love that you can get away with this really close racing and, door checking people and still surviving. I love it.
Rubbing is racing. You go, our wrecking ball.
I regret saying it now. I hadn't even been drinking.
Eh, that's all right. It's just natural. Tommy Kogan saying, "Good day. I'll have a podium finish." 14 minutes
Yep.
left, and everyone's tires are screaming.
Solidifying his podium. Assuming nothing bad happens to him, which would be a shame because he's been so good this round.
Mm-hmm.
So I just checked with Cam, and he said Hudson's penalties are because he's a wrecking ball.
Confirmed.
Yeah, can
Confirmed
confirm.
he is in fact a wrecking ball.
Finish him. Hop on board with
The
Alloy.
FL minion just in time.
Yes, sir, you do. Sweet. Comfortably in first, if we might add.
Now, Dornelis does have 13 minutes. Can he catch up?
13 minutes and 10 seconds.
That I don't. With the way Sidey's been driving, I don't think so.
Has he been closing the gap at all?
He
think he's been-
has. He's caught up. Like he's gained a second, I think, maybe a second and a half.
Might be a tall order.
Ducky, I like that. Cam firmed.
I don't think Saidi will hit any lap traffic enough to hold them up enough.
It looks like he is catching up to some. I don't know if he'll catch up by the end of the race, but you can see him on the track map.
Here we go, Minion. We'll give you some beamer action.
Actually, yeah, you're right. He'll catch up.
I guess
with them.
it depends on how slow they're driving, but
Yeah, so I mean, the real challenge right now, Perez is getting up to back markers. So, depending on how quickly they get over, that could also give Dornelis some time, but then Dornelis will need to get behind or by them too. So, it's the Charlie Day wild card once you get back up to them.
The X Factor.
Wild card, bitches! Alright. Let's
Jay
hop
says 13
back.
minutes left, maybe with a couple shots of Nas.
Psst, psst, psst.
I mean, he's got the gap down to 9 seconds, 9.2 seconds. It looks like, and JP says it was 13 seconds 2 laps ago.
You never know. And it's under 9 seconds now, 8.9. So it looks like Dornelis is cutting that. So if 2 laps ago was roughly a minute 30, that's 3 minutes. What about?
You trying to do math again, Ryan?
Yeah, beer math. Second and a half per lap, maybe.
Sure.
Let's go
Sounds
with
good.
that. Let's go with 6/10.
It's like Q10 P9. Carpenter's trying to make a move on Marcon. It's like Favaro sitting in the pits. Got a couple drive-through penalties towards the back of the grid with Flavio and Sosa.
"45 seconds. That's got to be a record."
That's the highest I've seen. Gonna be a close finish. Say.
Oh, one of the BMWs is off.
Oh no. Hold on. It's not Saidi. Alright.
Yeah, like I want to check out the rest of the grid, but I also want to watch Dornelis, who's now closed the gap to 7.893 seconds.
Speaking of other drivers who are showing up and showing out, Trevor Hilligans has showed
You know, I
up
didn't. Yeah,
and kicked ass the past 2 weeks. He's done very
Yeah.
well.
I didn't want to curse him, but yeah, one of the debutantes. We haven't heard a peep out of him all race, so he must be doing something good or doing
Wait,
something right.
he was a
And,
solid driver in rookies.
Yeah, and now we've cursed him. So
Now,
I'll save
You
that for the
cursed him.
therapy session.
Give this man a promotion. He's got the AM title right now. I have no doubt that that'll be boosted up to the Pro Am.
when do
It's a
when do they
clean car.
change the classes? Is it next week?
It should be soon. I know that the first 2 weeks were provisional, and the racing titles didn't necessarily mean what they showed. But we shall see. He's definitely deserving of a Pro Am title. And I have missed out on chat.
404.
What do we have here?
I've never tried pronouncing the name for car 404. I just call him by his first name, Matthew. It's a lot easier.
Oh, that guy. His name is Shrazes. Next question.
Ah, look at you go. Did you ask him?
No, I just googled it,
Shiraz.
and I knew it was gonna be. I knew it was gonna be a rough one, so I actually googled the phonetic.
Oh, it's better than.
No, that's when they put NOS in the car, Ryan.
As someone Gesundheit. As someone with a difficult to spell and pronounce name, I feel his pain, but probably not as bad.
Monsieur Jacques.
Yeah,
Put
it's
a C in my name.
Ryan gets it wrong every week.
yeah. Every goddamn week. It's okay though.
Well, the American way is to put a C in it.
Yeah. I think it's like the rest of the world as well. I don't know why. I don't know why it's this way, but it do be like that my whole life.
Hold on, Jay's giving us some love. Hey, like Jay said, if you guys are liking what you're seeing, smash that like button and subscribe for more weekly content like this utter nonsense that you're watching right now. We stream about 3 times on Thursdays if you're in North America. That means 8 a.m., 2 p.m., and 7 p.m. So make sure to tune in and like, share, and subscribe. Love you. Mwah.
Night, everybody.
So Dornelis has closed the gap to 6.5 seconds.
Oh no.
Ooh, I saw
What
Hudson
happened?
go to the pits.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a development.
I feel like we may have cursed him because we've been singing his praises for
I
3
know,
weeks straight
so-
now.
The Jag Man testifies.
Did I get a little too excited after the first race?
Maybe.
I'm sure it had
getting-
nothing to do with the beer.
We're still getting
Mm-mm.
used to the power that we have with potentially ruining somebody's race by complimenting them.
Is it getting used to it or abusing? Ooh, who is that? Who just went off? Is that Spangler or Ike guy? It's not Spangler.
Yeah, it must be Ike guy.
These,
Yeah, I
these
guess
TV
so.
cams are a disaster.
Well, I'm trying, Rob.
I can totally understand why people just park it in Helicam now. I've made
Yeah,
fun of them,
let-
but now I'm
just let
with them.
Just let the game change angles randomly with the helicam, and
Yeah, Thiago Ferez is killing it right now, but Dornelis is a man on a mission, and he is still killing it with his lap times. That's a low 30. He had a high 29 the last lap. So, let's see. That's Casey.
I'm with
Where's
JP
Perez?
on this one. I think he doesn't have enough time.
I don't either, but as Forrest Gump says,
Still
shit
impressive.
happens.
JP, you can't say kettle on this stream. It's already a tough topic.
Apparently,
No, we
Keurigs are
proved-
frowned
we
upon
proved-
down under.
we proved that we knew what it was.
Yeah, we just don't use it.
I mean, I've got one in my house, and
You
I have
do?
an electric kettle too. Yeah,
The
got
electric
an electric
kettles are
one.
decent.
But yeah, I also have one for the stovetop. It's
I'm a
teal.
busy man. I can't be just sitting around waiting for water to boil on a stovetop like a loser.
Even though it has a built-in whistle to tell me when it's done, I don't need that. That shit's frowned
Yeah,
upon in my
it'll,
house.
I don't want something to whistle at me 20 minutes later.
What if it started whistling at you? Like, hey,
Oh,
my
cat
water's
call?
done. All right, okay.
Yeah.
If you
I get
insist.
enough of that at work.
Where
The
are
Gert
the
man.
rest of the Lamborghinis for this split? Only the one this week.
Oh, that's true. We have only seen one golden boy. Let's see. Thiago, Perez does have 3 warnings. Ooh. 3 warnings with
He's-
toasty tires and 3.5 minutes
Wonder if
left.
he's tiptoeing.
You know, I wonder if that's why Dornelis has been able to.
Well, you
to
can
catch
see
up.
him.
Gotta
He
be careful.
crashes over that chicane, tiptoeing.
Hot, 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 hot.
Hot, 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 hot,
Hot,
hot.
hot, 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 hot. Let's see, chat. Did I miss anything here?
I don't think so. I think a couple of the folks are talking about their races
Yeah.
either earlier today or Tuesday.
We get the we're pretty privileged with the North America or being North America, not just because we are America, but we're the last race on race week, so we get all the built up knowledge and feedback, and for all those teams, right? Like, hey, this area sucks to pass in, or if it rains, do this, do such and such with your tires. Like we get all the built up strats and playbooks for the week.
Yeah, I mean, we just study throughout the day. We have a legit race day, which is what I find awesome. You wake up, racing in AP. You, after lunch, mid-afternoon, racing in Europe. And then to top it off right after dinner, racing in North America. Doesn't get
Looks
much better
like,
than that.
Rodriguez is off track. But he's able to maybe get back on. He's waiting for traffic to get around. So you
Smart.
love to see that, a clean rejoin, safe.
So race is winding down. A really odd turn for the split. Tragedy with Dag, and just the oddity with the Jag.
Yeah,
Should write a song
Hussar,
about this.
Hussar placing middle of the grid. He's generally one of the top 10 contenders. So, Zolder has brought much sadness.
At the final lap.
Which seems pretty in lockstep with the rest of the splits.
And if I recall correctly, I believe P6 is the highest that Jeff has placed. So we'll have to see if he can overtake Andrew Burke in the Audi. But that Audi is pretty deadly here. So, and he's been putting in some hot laps here. So we will have to wait and see.
So
He does have
Dornelis
penalty
has
work.
closed down the gap to 3.1 seconds. I know probably too little too late, but pretty impressive.
Yeah, Rob, good call out there with the penalties. So you could potentially get P4.
Yeah. Well done.
Let's jump up to Ferez, because he should be close to the Icky Yakbacht. The Jackie Ickbacht.
Still a little further to go. Just
2 more
the
turns.
chicane that gives me nightmares. out of all the
Wow.
ones on the
Hold on.
track.
Let's just like take a look at how close Dornelis came. 2.5 seconds.
Yeah. Very close.
So close.
Yeah.
So we have 2 new
Done.
race winners tonight. Fares Saidi being the second, Bruno Fabiano being the first in race 1. Then we have Dornelis in P2, Tommy Kogan in P3, Bruno Mendes P4. I wonder what happened to Jeff there. Yes, Mendes, Burke P5, Spangler P6, Hilligans P7, Carpenter P8, Marcon Marsan P9, and Landry at P9 or P10. Sorry. This was some very good racing tonight.
So
Zolder brought a lot of fun.
If
Yes,
folks are
and-
sticking around for the next split, we've got Hassar joining us in the booth after this one. And Rob can go get his beauty sleep.
Yeah, I want to stay up for the first 20 minutes though. I always want to see the first how that first bit goes. Can't pull myself away.
So we gotta jump over to the next one.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
guess
we'll jump over.
Grab the, yeah.
So before we do this, overall, we have Bruno Fabiano, Dornelis in P1. Or no, Bruno Fabiano P1. God, stop doing it. Dornelis P2, Sosa P3, Pro-Am, Fabiano, Spangler, and Anderson. And then for amateur, Hudson, Mendez, and Rob.
You got it. Trez's.
Shrazes, thank you. Bingo. All right, race 2. Saidi, Dornelis, Kogan, Pro-Am, Saidi, Spangler, Marsan. And then for Am, Hilligans, Carpenter, and Mendez. But good racing there, gentlemen. And let's hop over to the red split.
If it was gonna make me chuckle, JP.
Gesundheit. All right, Dankeschön, JP. Oh, no.
Oh dear.
Oh, God.
Fatal error. What happened, Ryan?
Hold on, boys.
Oh, that's the server going down.
Or
In
the
the first
game.
split.
Hold on.
Leave.
All right, timeout. Don't worry, we got Old Faithful. 1060 can't do me wrong now. But no, that was some very good racing. I was very impressed. Lots of fun.
Yeah, lots of thrills, chills, and spills.
Yeah, no kidding. We saw some new people hop up for podiums, and that should shake up the standings a little bit. That'll be fun to see. McFriedelick, thank you for stopping in. I know it's probably incredibly late for you. Glad to have you join us. Yeah, Thiago Ferez did very well there. And let's see. Is that everyone? Nice to see a BMW P1. Yes, I agree, Andy. Before we hop back in, just want to make sure if you have not liked the video tonight, that certainly helps with getting our viewership up because it pops up on the feed a little bit better. And then subscribing, obviously, in contrary to Twitch, it's free to you. It helps us and allows us to bring more content weekly from just about every region of the world, from AP, EU, and NA. All right, let's see here. Looks like 33 cars so far.
Yeah, Thiago. Have fun. If you want to stay in the chat at least to give us some informal race control updates, because we don't have the feed. Be appreciated. Otherwise, have a good night, man.
Yep, appreciate you stopping in, Thiago. Okay, so we're in qualifying. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I gotta hit the restroom.
It's all good. Let's all go to the restroom. Let's all go to the restroom.
Once you get
Let's
back,
all
Ryan,
go to
can you
the
share
restroom.
in
We're
Discord?
gonna watch Antoine Landry if I can get to him. Go ahead, Dave.
Oh, you want to put your stream back up?
Share in Discord, yeah.
Yep, I got you.
We want to see it.
I'll show
Do
you.
it.
All right, I'll be right back.
You keep your. Oh, wait, you can.
So early on, we've got Salomon with a 128.647. Back into the game here. Oh, Patterson, 128.578. Rob, are you going to stick around until Hussar shows up?
Would like to see the first
Uh,
20-minute shootout because
it's pretty
it's
exciting.
always a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just
Bulls are
those first tensions.
jumping into P1, the 128.533. You
His,
know, what's
his
interesting
usual spot.
with his race at Paul Ricard last week, during the F1 race there this past weekend, in T1, you know how he kind of just like didn't even, or no, it was T2, how he just went off and kind of
Yeah.
hit.
Took
Same
the
thing
esports
happened.
route.
Yeah, same thing happened to Verstappen in the F1 race. So I thought it was pretty interesting.
Did they rule it to be a no-no?
I don't know. I don't think they did. Let me look. Maybe we can tell by the points.
'Cause, yeah, I remember we were kind of scratching our heads at that one.
That could be why they don't give us any power with something like that, you know?
Fair. That's fair.
I think these guys don't know what they're talking about.
Snell Train had the fastest lap for about a minute, and then Cinzano dethroned him.
Strong showing from the
128.2.
Mercedes.
Gosh. No penalty for Verstappen.
Yeah. So, and Golzar did not get a penalty either.
So just free track position. Hello,
Dave, have
David
you-
Starr.
Or Rob, have you started watching F1 yet?
No, I haven't.
Still no. Dave Hussar, do you
Still,
watch F1?
I do.
Did you see, unrelated to any of the races, the Red Bull promos that they've put out from Austria?
I saw the little teasers, but I haven't actually watched the full event.
Okay, I haven't watched the full thing either, but it looks hilarious, especially when they go up in the plane and Yuki is freaking out. But good content.
How are you feeling,
Awesome.
Dave Starr?
Pretty good. That was an eventful 2 races, but it was fun.
So you get a door checked into the wall on straight.
That was exciting.
Pulled a little
My VR
Spider-Man
kind of
action.
stuttered
Bill
at the
hockey.
moment as well, so I'd kind of blocked Portis in, and then I guess as he moved is when I got the stutter. So the next thing I know, I'm like nose up going into the wall. Got 15 seconds from that, which wasn't the worst. My tires weren't super happy by the end of the race, but overall it was decent.
Oh, so you did get the penalty for it. I couldn't tell from the camera angle who was doing what in that whole mess.
So I did not get a penalty, but a penalty was assessed for that scenario, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So Golzar has gotten a 127.924. I don't think the last split had somebody crack the 27.
No, I think it was 28.
No.
Don't believe so.
At what point do they test for steroids?
25.
Oh, okay.
Whenever Andy hits the track.
Sir, I'm going to need you to Motec into this cup.
Yeah. You can turn away while you do it, but I have to be there.
Debutante to the Beamer.
So
Go ahead,
Ryan,
Dave.
Go.
you should hold tab while you're in there, so it brings up the scoreboard, so everybody can just see the times, like how close everybody is.
Oh, wow.
I mean, look at those.
I was going to say Gulzar's got a pretty handy lead as Murdoch goes P2, 10th back. Bayer's got 2 purple sectors, just hasn't been able to hook him up, I guess. 2 tenths back. And she's actually, ooh, as it's shuffling still.
Yeah, Landry sneaking
Snell-
into P3.
Yep. Nissan Power, P3 and P4.
Let's go back to the action. So as of right now, let's get onto a car that's still driving. That might be hard to do. All right, let's see.
Sansano is still going.
What's everybody looking at you?
The action is over there, people. Why are you looking at me? Well, yeah, these are drones
smell
sitting
that
in the
bad?
stands. Papa, why is there a drone in the stands looking at us, not the race?
Oh, so there is an Australian, but also a German.
Hey,
In the
these are
stands.
international events,
Okay.
okay? There's all sorts.
Okay.
So we've got a few people done their qualifying. Grant Cleansing, which is, he's probably not used to being P15. He's been top 5 for most of his races in OOR so far. A lot of speedy people. Patterson P10. Don't know that we saw much of them. No rain.
Oops. There you go.
Beautiful,
Another clear
partly
one.
cloudy skies at sunset.
We were saying in the last stream, Dave, that with a track like this, it's a little more technical. The last 2 tracks pretty big, pretty wide open. So maybe get to see a little bit more, different people towards the top now.
Yep, I think lots of new people coming in, new cars for people this year. Bigger grids for North America than we've had the last couple seasons by the end too. So some people just not used to driving in that much traffic.
Certainly fun, though.
Yeah, it was hectic, especially the first start. I was just getting mugged at the start. Like I went backwards
little
like 4 or
bullied.
5 positions, but just kept plugging away. People were a little too optimistic over the sausages a few times, a little too optimistic with each other a few times.
Yeah, the Dag murder was interesting.
So the interesting thing for me, race 1 was fairly calm, and then about midway through race 2, it's like a switch was just flipped, and everyone started getting feisty and started bashing into one another. It was interesting.
Yeah, I think being in the race, there was people calling out pretty much all the way through. I think that was just when the stewards finally got to the penalties that they started popping on screen was about halfway through. But
Hmm.
I think there was lots of door banging all the way along.
What's the most amount of penalty time you've seen in a race? Because Hudson, I think, had 45. I don't think he got any more than that by the end of the race, or last time I saw it.
Or that's probably up there for me. I've seen more in other places, but that's certainly not a good night out for them.
Yeah, it was ambitious.
The lone Jag.
He was doing so well.
Yeah, we cursed him good, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
That wasn't us. That's not our fault.
That was 3 weeks worth of curses all at once.
It wasn't us like praising him throughout quali.
So for red, the top drivers that we have in the standings right now, Hamza Golzar in the Aston P1, Simon Salomon in the Porsche P2, Sam Snelltrain in the McLaren, P4 we have Brandon Wallet in the Nissan, and then P5 Simon Fisher in the Ferrari. So difference from the blue split, we have 2 front engine cars and a rear engine, so it's not controlled by the mid-engine manufacturers there. But interesting to see. It's good to see an Aston on top. That's something, as Andy has said, it's not necessarily strong at anything or awful at anything. It's old faithful, old reliable, right? Like when you need a car that's just going to handle well, that you can rely on, the Aston is always at the top of the list. But
Yep,
as we
just like Mark, jack of all trades.
let's go ahead. I want to get the drone just to see everything going on here after T1. And with that said, Dave, would you like to call the first race?
I will do that.
All right.
So they're getting a little out of position there. Merck taking an inside coverage line early. As they approach the line here, back of the field, just coming around the chicane now. Bit of a gap in a few spots. Looks like they're closing it up. And we are green as the Nissan goes 3 wide almost immediately. Decides to back out of the Bentley. Merck going wide. Oh, boy, that was close to the Bentley. Bentley squeezes through. That will be Murdoch, I believe.
I'm sorry.
A few cars
it
going-
looked like there was a bunch of collisions back here.
A couple cars off, a couple cars 3 or 4 wide. There's some slow moving cars at the exit at turn 1 still, so there's probably some contacts. Safety car is moving. I don't know. I believe we've got a safety car here. Or is it just moving to the end of the pit lane?
I
It's
thought
like
the same
stopped.
thing last split.
Yeah.
He's just moving the end of the pit.
Okay. So a few cars going over the bumps, around the bumps in the first chicane here on the first lap. Second chicane with the front of the pack.
Rest in peace, Cone.
So Gulzar leading Murdoch here off the start. About half a second between the two of them at the moment. So we've got, that might have been Byers going 2 wide through the hairpin with someone. A couple cars sending it up the inside and making it work. As we navigate the last chicane here, the final 2 corners. Small dramas, but nothing major there on lap 1 for split red.
No safety car, but car 868 is well, he's just getting started now, but he was stationary for a bit.
We did have a Porsche go off in the final turn before the straight, it looks like.
So the front of the pack is still pretty bunched up, and then about halfway through it starts spreading out a bit more. As Murdoch is looking for something on Gulzar into the first chicane. Looks like this is going to be a battle. Riley Murdoch. I do not recognize that name. I don't know. Were they a debutant last week, or is that someone new this week?
They may be new.
I saw them in the standings. They were P16 last week.
Apologies, Riley, if I have not noticed you so far.
We'll stick with Riley here for a minute. I'm just looking into that as well. So I believe Riley might be new since Paul Ricard.
Okay.
So he raced that last week.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't recognize the name from last week, but clearly came to race tonight.
This whole split is new to me every week.
Yeah, the bulk of drivers that we raced with are certainly in the blue split.
I mean, yeah, this just to show you how fast this split is. Carden Liu currently in P12. I believe he won split blue last season. So there's some crazy fast people very much in positions they're not used to this year in North America, I feel like, between both splits.
Dave, what car was Lou in last season? Do you remember?
Oh, I feel like we went through this week one.
I know.
Uh,
I feel like we did too.
Was he in the Honda still, or was he in the Bentley? No, he was in the Honda, I think, last season.
Yeah, the Honda sounds
So-
right.
Sticking with it.
Do you have one car that you would definitely go back to? Or are you still just going through the grid to see if you find that car that you absolutely love?
I've driven most of them now for a season at least somewhere.
Yeah.
Bentley was at the top of my list for this season. I did a race a couple weekends ago in it just for fun, and it felt really good. So I might lean towards that if I had to go back to one at this point.
Okay.
Nissan feels pretty good. It was one of the first cars I drove in this game when it was released. The Lambo is the one I don't think I've done more than the odd race in. Or the Ferrari, I haven't done a season in.
So the Lambo is a car that I have never touched. And then just doing random public lobbies, like, okay, I'll give it a shot. Surprisingly, I've enjoyed it a lot, and it feels pretty stable. I know, like any car, it gets a little bit of hate, but it's been fun. It's very quick and snappy in the corners, which is something that I have lacked, especially in the Beamer.
So I don't know if there's any other old timers here, but I've been playing ACC since early access 1. So back in that day, you got the Nürburgring and the original Lambo, not the Evo. And that was all there was for early access 1. So I did a lot of laps in that early Lambo, but I don't think I've done much of it since then.
Okay.
So it looks like Stevens just spun around Duarte or Clark. I think Duarte.
We got some comments here. Ducky, fun with the Super Trofeo. Yeah, Super Trofeo cars are pretty fun. That's nice to toss around every now and then, especially that along with the Cup cars. And then Jay, the bummer is a tough one. It can be a bummer. But no, overall, very fun car, very speedy as well. But back to you, Dave.
I love the BMW. I love the BMW.
You did a season in that last, right?
My
with
first season in
OOR.
OOR, yeah.
Okay.
No, it was OOR. Well, I did one last season as well. Yes, I did. The Waluigi car. If anyone saw that in the OOR Discord.
Yes.
But yeah, my first
That one.
my first OOR season, I joined slightly late, so that was the only seat available was the BMW, and I didn't have many teammates that season, which was kind of sad. But it's definitely a fun car. Like it's not pointy at all, but the straight line speed is unparalleled, pretty much.
Oh, 100%. Completely agree. Lots of fun on
So we've got
the Mistral Straight.
one of my teammates further back there we saw going too wide through the hairpin. See if he comes out in front of the Honda. One more back. Oh, still side by side as they come into the final chicane. Nissan's going to be compromised doubly there. Loses 2 spots. Well, one and a potential. Going to be tough here in turn 1, going too wide. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
probably stay alongside. It's not going to be easy.
That's the thing here. There's a lot of corners you can go too wide through, but it's so slow for both parties just based on how much momentum you need to maintain through here and how tight the lines are. Like the chicane complexes, trying to go too wide through there. You can do it, but you're going to be terribly slow. So if there's anyone else bumping around, then they can capitalize pretty easily.
Yeah, one of the things we've been seeing is someone will step out to make a pass, and the person behind that person getting a free spot.
Just checking out the chat right now. So is it Matthews or Matthias? I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. But our lonely Jag driver has joined the chat. He said that my boy Spect is racing on a mouse. No kidding. All right, I want to cut over to Spect. I can't say that I've ever tried racing with a mouse. Has anyone else here?
I have
Not since like 1999.
I might have tried it in Grand Theft Auto.
I don't know if that counts.
It's a great sim.
I'm curious how he takes the chicane, and then we'll hop back up to the top 10.
I mean, those steering inputs look pretty smooth for even
Yeah,
the wheels. So
It looks very smooth.
Well done.
I guess he has
If
pedals
he's
for
driving
gas.
with if he drives with a mouse, I feel inadequate with my wheel here. This is impressive.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it
I've
just,
got some
gets
penalties
around
coming
unused.
through. Car 575 getting 15 seconds, and then a drive-through for track limits. No, sorry, drive-through for causing a collision for car 32. So that is a very steep penalty right off the hop. So that must have been fairly naughty.
Said his girlfriend's house and didn't want to miss the race. That's
Dedication.
dedication.
Legend.
Hey, babe, I'm coming over, but I'm bringing my rig, all right? We're
Does
racing.
he, does he still have pedals?
So car 32 into the pits to serve their drive-through. Back at the front, we've got Gulzar 1 second ahead of Murdoch, so pulling away a tiny bit, but Murdoch's still keeping up. Gulzar rarely makes mistakes, though, so it'll be interesting to see if he can hold on here for 40 minutes with a bit of pressure, or if he's just eyes down the road completely. I'm sure they'll catch traffic at some point in this race, though. We'll see how they navigate that.
It'll be interesting to see how he does when they start the 40-minute race, starting from P12.
Oh, yes.
Likely.
I was thinking this was the 40 already, but only 8 minutes left in this one. And then, like we just said, reverse grid for the next one. For the top 12 at least, 13 and below, they re-qualify and go in that order. So
So
kind of
intrigued by this keyboard and mouse. I'm sorry.
That's incredible.
So we've got a car off at turn 1. Not sure if that was self-inflicted or not.
Looks like car
I was going to say
31.
we've got P1 and P2 have totally checked out from the rest of the field. 3 to 6 are kind of together. 7 to 10, and then kind of a few packs from there on back. Big pack from 12 to 17. Might even call it a gaggle.
Don't call it a gag. You got some more
22,
Lambos in this
23,
grid.
and 24. They're relatively close too. But yeah, for the most part, pretty even gaps for a lot of the field. It looks like.
Oh, as we've got Cleansing getting tagged there by the Ferrari. I'm not sure if who was at fault there, but they banged doors and Cleansing came off worse.
Too wide into the chicane. Shocker.
Like I said, it's doable. You're just both going to be slow, so
Foul minion. So much more fun to see the feeble pronunciation attempts, though. Thank you. Thank you for that.
I mean,
We're
we
doing
do
best.
our best. I mean, come on.
Which one?
Yeah, which one did we mess up this time?
I call it Ducky Dookie.
Oh, oh dear. Oh, that might stick.
starting a trend.
Oh, bad dookie, yeah. Almost 3/4 of the way through the race here. Let's see.
So cleansing, he lost a couple positions there, but he's still kind of in the mid pack. He's fallen into the next pack. He's lost touch with the group that he was with, but he's now leading this little train here. A couple cars at least.
Oh, wrong button. Sorry, boys.
Snell Train, I believe, was super quick at Silverstone, which was the last race I saw for this split.
I think he did pretty well at Paul Ricard too.
Yeah.
I think he was the one that was fighting Golzar. Well,
Yeah.
fighting being that Golzar was like 12 seconds ahead or something, but
Doing his best.
yeah.
Let's get Keith Briscoe in the middle here, Keogh and DeBoer. This will be a fun group to watch. These guys are all pretty quick in their own rights, so pretty similar on pace as well, I think. So I'm sure this one will go down to the wire.
Are you a bit surprised at the pace that they're holding right now, Dave?
What are they doing for lap times? I can't quite see that.
Let's see. Why is that not appearing for us right now?
You got to go to.
There we go. Keith put in a low 29, and his last lap was about a 30.6.
Yeah, so I mean that's not crazy rapid. That's about what I was doing, I think. But obviously, being in traffic, you can't maximize what you're capable of. So I'm sure that's what Keith's running into. At least he's in behind his BMW. I'm sure he's itching for a bit more of track in front of him, but
Yeah.
got to find a way
absolutely.
through. What are the leaders? I'm sure probably doing 29s, 28s, maybe.
Yeah,
Oh, geez,
there's
27.8 for Salomon. Holy smokes. Okay, so, oh man, huge traffic on the front straight there. As the
Yeah.
leaders come through. Chaos energy.
Looks like Golzar's last lap was a 127.8.
Yeah, that's pretty rapid. I mean, it's super cold right now, so 12 and 12 ambient and track, which is going to make the cars go faster, obviously. As we see Salomon defending from Masaya. Also trying to chase down Fisher, who's been speedy in his Ferrari this season. Appropriate amount of curbing there taken by Salomon. I'm sure that Porsche is not fun if you clip too much.
Yeah, seriously. Seeing the Porsche take so much curb just seems so wrong, but he's doing it.
He was very aggressive in the first part of that chicane there.
I think there's a certain extent that you can take, especially with mid-engine.
Oh, yeah,
or the
like-
Porsche.
So we've got 113 picking up a drive-through for track limits.
But that limit is a very fine line until you are going to yeet yourself hard left, 90 degrees right, or 90 degrees left. Very fine
And
line.
car 46 in P23 picking up 10 seconds for a collision as well. So Landry looking behind, seeing Fisher and Salomon duking it out and probably saying thank you. He's running 29s, 28s, lap times. Oh,
Ooh.
as Fisher
Oh,
gets
he's-
tagged in behind. And who is that in the Merc? Messiah's going to sneak through there, say thank you very much.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's racing.
Yeah,
right
that's too
there.
bad.
Yep.
Yeah, Fisher's going to be a ways back. Salomon will likely pick up a penalty for that, I think, just from what we saw there, but we'll leave that to the stewards to decide. So Messiah is going to sneak up into P4, chasing down Landry now in the Nissan for that last podium position. 596 picking up a penalty as well for track limits.
Might as well just keep on the track now because 30 seconds at the end.
Yep.
No point in doing a
Yep.
drive-through.
So that was Fisher picking up the drive-through. So I don't know if he got an extra off track for his troubles of getting tagged there or not. This car's just not behaving after the damage, maybe. So yeah, Fisher only fell to P10, but that drive-through is obviously going to knock him down a few more positions. 10 seconds to 9:11 coming in right now, so that'll be Salomon for that incident we just saw. Oh, and Fisher is serving his penalty. It looks like he's in the pits, so must not know that he can just hang on to that and just get a time penalty at the end.
So by the book.
Looks like Cleansing is potentially going to be making a move on DeBoer here shortly.
He's out of time, so whenever they come across the line here, checked in. It's down to 7/10. I think it was over a second last we joined these two, but as they come across the line, it's going to be Gulzar taking race 1, Murdoch P2, 7/10 in behind, like I said. Marc-Antoine Landry is going to come across in P3
I'm
now.
sorry. It's not cooperating.
With Messiah in behind them for P4, Salomon P5, but he's got that 10 seconds, so that's going to knock him down in the end. Brendan Willett, Cameron Sansano, Isaiah Byers, Cardin Liu, and Zach Patterson close out the top 10, although Patterson has 10 seconds as well, so that may not stand. Top 12 is what matters in this one, so I don't know that any of those penalties are going to knock people out. Actually, Patterson will fall out of the top 10, so he will, or sorry, top 12, so he will have to qualify again.
Who takes the money spot? DeBoer? Map
That
time.
would be, yeah, probably DeBoer. I don't think, yeah, Salomon's going to stay in, so DeBoer will scoot up into P12, which will give them pole for race 2.
JP is saying rainy qualifying coming.
Wow, those fireworks are very pretty up close. I've never seen them like this.
This is cool. If only I had a better computer, it'd be a lot crispier.
I guess
don't
they
like
modeled
that.
the sound delay as well for distance.
You don't like potatoes, Ryan?
I love Old Faithful, but I'm ready for that new.
So we'll just wait for the timer to run out on this session. I don't think there's anyone. Oh, we've got one car, 333 coming across. Actually, no, they're done. So we'll just wait for the timer to run out, see where everyone shakes out, and go into quali 2. Another 8 minutes for Q2. Like we said, 13 and below will qualify. So yeah, DeBoer sneaks up into P12, which is pole for race 2. And who was that? Patterson that we were looking at drops down to P15. Alrighty, dry Q2. Interesting, but it's only fast, so we must have had some rain overnight. I believe this session is on Sunday.
Suppose that'll be it for me, guys.
Alrighty, Rob.
All right, Rob.
All right,
Thank you
catch
for
you later,
stopping
Rob.
in.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for commentating with me. I'll see you guys
Always
next week.
love having you here.
Good night.
Bye,
I
man.
think JP really wanted there to be rain.
But Minion's got a good point. Wind watch, 12 kilometers an hour, so clouds in the sky. I don't think we're clear of rain yet. We will be for this session, being only 8 minutes, but the race in 2 hours. Keep your eyes peeled for that. 2 hours in game. 10 minutes from now.
2 hours from now, race will occur.
Just to clarify.
Okay, boys, we got a lot of airtime to fill.
All right, so mindless nonsense. Favorite pho?
Never had it.
You say favorite pho?
Yeah, I brought up a bad question because I can't even pull up an answer for myself.
Well, there's this ramen place near me that's really good. It's called Anju Noodle Bar.
So we
Fantastic.
just got a Korean barbecue spot by us, but apparently my wife was telling me that the dishes are $20 to $30 a pop.
Ooh,
Right? That seems a little bit pricey for anything.
I also don't think of Korean barbecue as particularly large portions, so that sounds incredibly expensive.
Yeah. Because
But
don't they put it in the
bulgogi, amazing.
gogi? It is a gogi place. So is that where they put
Bulgogi.
the meat in a little cooking pot in the middle of the table?
The cooking pot is hot pot, but
pot,
the Korean
thank you.
barbecue they do the they have like the little grill in front of you and you cook everything yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But that you pay like a flat rate per person, I think.
Got it. Okay. Because we've done the Japanese steakhouse where it's the big griddle, and then they do like the onion volcano and all that,
Oh yeah,
which is good.
and they shoot sake out of some little plastic dude spraying sake out of his penis.
Where did you go? I didn't get sake.
They do that. They do that. No, they like have this like little figurine and it's spray. Yeah, this
All right. Well, I'm gonna come visit you, and we'll go to your steakhouse.
come to New Hampshire, Ryan.
They don't do that down here in Virginia, boy.
Oh,
Alrighty, so we've got our first laps coming in. Naresh Debeden 130.0, first time on the board. Track is a little warmer and only fast than last race, so I'm sure we'll see the leaders going quicker than that, as we've got Taylor Clark 29.9.
I'm gonna leave up the timing board so we can see who's coming through.
Zach Patterson 28.8. First to go into the 28s. Oh yeah, I forgot this is 13 and below, so our fast boys from last race will not be out on track, so probably won't see too many 27s in this quali, but who knows?
28's still pretty quick.
For sure. I didn't do a 28.
Oh, I can't.
I've never come close to a 28.
I hit 28 at the Jackie Ickbach.
Did you learn the corner names? Because I certainly did not.
No.
Learn? No, I'm looking at them right now. You've caught me. So turn 10 going into the home stretch is the Jackie Ickbach. Aside from the names, I was listening into, I believe it was the AP split, and who was it, PJ or JP was going through the turn names, and it sounds a lot more intricate than it is, but half of them are like, this one goes left, this is like little curb, this is big curb, things of that nature, which is pretty funny.
I think that was JP doing
Yes.
like the direct translations. Yeah.
Yep, thank you.
Snell Train is now P1 with a 128.476.
Foul minion. I ran a 27 once, then I realized I just cleared the pit lane. You and me both. How do you like so I know your feelings about the Audi, Dave, but last season did you all run Zolder here?
No, it's been a few seasons since we've been here, I believe.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I think we ran it the season I was in the Aston, so that would have been the season before the Audi.
Okay.
JP is saying that the first turn translates to first left.
Oh yes, thank you, JP. Yeah, the translations that you had, I found hilarious. How it was just so literal. Thank you. But no, where I was going with the Audi, I I actually enjoyed the Audi, and I felt like I had more time in it versus chugging the Beamer along here. Definitely felt quicker.
That sort of makes sense, I think. Like, there's a lot of time to be found in the chicanes, which is all tight, twisty bits, which the
Mhm.
Beamer doesn't love.
Right.
Um, as long as you have a setup where the Audi's relatively stable over the bumps, I think there's probably some reason to that.
Yeah.
Thing with me with the Audi was like I could find a fast lap here and there, but I just had no consistency or trust in the car to push for that every lap.
Oh, it's tough. Yeah, absolutely. Because you can hit the sweet spot, but if you go off a slight margin, like right there, like Michael showed us, you're rolling the dice. Yeah, anytime you get air in that Audi, you don't know if you're going to end up straight or into the wall or the grass.
So I think he probably invalidated that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
He
Let's see.
lets the Nissan through. Who's that? Grant.
Yep.
Currently P3, which will be P15 in the end. As he comes around on his last lap, as the timer runs out here. 7
agree,
tenths back
JP.
right now, 8 tenths. We'll see if he can improve. I got a bit of a toe there from whoever that Audi was. Michael. Cleansing improves by 1. I think he made up only a tenth or so there, but enough for a position. So Snell Trains 28-1 takes pole in Q2. They will start P13. Nick Gonzalez. Sorry, I don't know if it's Nick. It's N Gonzalez. P2 in the Ferrari with a 28-4.
It is Nick Gonzalez.
Oh, that was a lucky guess.
Yeah, Nicholas is what it's listed as in the results on the website.
I did not know that.
That was
So-
a hell of a guess.
So we actually have JP in the chat right now, which, good morning, by the way. I believe in South Africa, right? Or JP, are you in Thailand?
Thailand.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. You moved, but you are originally from South Africa, if I recall. But he's going through second chicane is Giles Villanueva. If
Oh
I
my God,
pronounce
no.
that correct?
Not even close.
God, all right.
Gilles.
All right.
Gilles
Mhm.
Villeneuve.
Gilles Villeneuve. All right.
So the Montreal F1 track is also named after him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I think there's a Villeneuve chicane in Imola as well.
That sounds right. Yeah. Well, I apologize for butchering that. I'm very new to F1.
You've got Dave here to help you out.
Yes. Thank you, Dave.
Sounds like you're just new to French.
Oui.
You
The
said you
three-
took like 4 years of it in high school, Ryan.
Yeah, I didn't say I did well.
The only reason I know the name is because of where I'm from in New Hampshire. It's very French Canadian up there.
And here's our safety. Quah!
I'll be right back.
All right, man. Who da? Who there?
You're
What do
the
we
water
think?
boy now?
Yeah, who there?
Who dat? Who there?
Yep, South African. Okay. Yeah, good commentating today, JP. That was very fun to watch. All right. So let's see. They don't get a big opportunity to go straight, but so far so good.
Yeah, not too bad.
Not at all.
Better than the last split, that's for sure.
Oh,
But to
fix
be
it.
fair, the
Fix it.
last split
There
was kind of ruined by the safety car. Whoever was driving that.
Get out of there, mate. Oh, what are you doing? The line is right there. We're
It's
never
like
getting stubby holders.
Yeah, they just don't want it.
Nope.
They don't want it enough, Ryan.
No, they don't. I'm sorry. The rest of us want koozies, but some people just want to watch the world burn.
They do. You're right.
Is this Hamza? Hamza? Number 1?
Yeah, that's Golzar.
Our race 1 victor. Do a little shameless plug right now. So for those of you that are just tuning in right now, welcome to the stream. If you have not already, we would appreciate hitting that like button, subscribing, which the nice thing compared to Twitch, subscribing here is completely free. That helps us bring you content each week. Thursdays, we have about 3 separate races. So if you're in the Asia Pacific, we have races around 8 p.m. 8 p.m. on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And then the European split goes about 8 p.m. their time BST, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then, of course, you have the North American split, which you're tuning into right now, which starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But glad to have you guys in here. Hope you enjoy. And yeah, smash that like for us and subscribe.
Did you see that we hit the 1,000 subscriber mark since
yeah.
last week?
I did. That's pretty awesome. Good to see.
So what are we thinking? Race 2. How are we gonna do at the beginning?
This one's always sketchy. Like the back of the field's going to be. Well, actually, no. The start is late in a race 2 because of where people are. So everyone should be out of this last chicane. Turn 1 is going to be spicy, I'm sure. Everyone trying to make up spots early. And with the late start, I'm sure it's going to catch some people out. Gotta be
Seems like
patient.
a late green. There we go.
Let's go 2x2 nicely.
Oh, Ryan with the free cam. Look at this.
Try a little bit of sadness
Oh,
there.
got
Some
cars
action
around.
there.
2 Nissans off. Not great for team points. Don't think it was involved with each other, but definitely the aftermath caught each other. We've got who's that in our lead right now? One of the Hondas.
It's I believe DeBoer is.
DeBoer, yeah.
All right, I'm going to keep... Ooh, a little bit of sadness there. Audi, Lambo going off, Beamer going off. Let's catch up to the second chicane. And then I'll go TV cam here soon.
So lots of excitement at the second chicane, going 2x2. We'll see if everyone can keep it
A little door check.
nice
from
and
the Beamer.
friendly.
So it looks like the Nissans that went off were Cleansing and Willette.
Oh, never fun.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time, though. We still have 38 minutes. Never good, but some time to make up. We've seen a few drivers. If I pronounce it correctly, is it Darren King in the EU split?
Yep.
Yeah, so Darren King made up about 16 positions at least in his split in the 40-minute race. And it looks like, do we have a safety car coming out?
They're
Looks
all
like we do.
going pretty slow. Yep, yeah, we do.
But we've seen a lot of good drivers who fall fairly early on and throughout the 40-minute race start to make their way back slowly up the grid. And with the safety car, we'll certainly see some more people climb up that grid a little bit quicker versus if we had kept racing. So unfortunate for the leaders. It helps out the guys in the back a little bit.
So it's the first safety car for the North American races this week.
Yep. Definitely bumping and banging in our first race there, or first split rather, but nothing major. This one, field just getting a bit too spread out, so they're gonna bunch things back up. We got a lot of people in the pits, fixing some damage. Looks like so that'll just help them kind of mitigate the damage or time lost rather. Drivers also have to be careful here. The cars are not ghosted, so they got to give each other lots of room. Make sure you don't rear end someone, especially in this last sector here. I find it can bunch up quite badly. I think I saw that in one of the AP splits this morning. On this safety car restart, there was carnage in the back, which necessitated another safety car being called. So just got to be cautious, patient here, especially on this lap where they're just catching the safety car. No need for heroics.
Give a nod to chat real quick. JP says Dalking is a bit of an alien though, and he gets bonus speed with all the leaning. Regardless, he's a very impressive driver. Very quick, that's for sure. And I'll get mine, Ducky. Alright, if you say so. I have no
So
doubt.
the field has finally caught the safety car here, so we'll just do one lap probably, and the safety car will be back in. Looks like most of those that have come into the pits for damage are back out as well. Middle of the pack there needs to catch up a bit.
Yeah, Falmanion's got a very good point. Car 31 being incredibly lucky to hopefully catch up to the pack. Let's see if we can cut to him.
So that is Snell Train.
Yep.
I didn't see what happened that caused them to be that far back.
They might have been caught in the turn 2 stuff.
Mhm.
There's quite a few cars involved there.
Turn 2 sadness.
Alrighty, so most of the field is bunched up. We got 333, 270, and 31 kind of lagging behind. 333, I believe, is Willette. Who we saw get tagged there in turn 2. 270.
I don't see that. It must be over
Off the bottom of your screen.
All right, safety car is in. Was that a bit of contact there from Briscoe?
I missed it.
It looked like
We're
DeBoer
racing
had gone a
again.
little
Green
wide.
flag.
Simon looking very antsy out of turn 2 there. We got Jeff asking what happened to Snell Train. Yeah, it could have been what happened at turn 2 on lap 1. Ooh, we got some action going on back here. A few cars going wide. Is that Landry? Did Landry go wide? It looks like.
Bentley
Yeah.
sending one around the outside. Going to get to the second chicane first. A lot of speed. Gets it slowed down. Mercedes going through there. Who would that be? That would be Messiah probably. Squeezing Antoine Landry, but making it work. Landry defends inside from Gulzar behind, but Gulzar not sending it up the inside quite yet.
Yeah, likely collected, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm just watching replay over here on Snell Train. Looks like he just lost it on his own.
Where was that, Dave?
I'm still trying to find it, actually. Saw him recovering, but I didn't see the incident yet.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, hopefully, sorry for the viewers here. I'm hoping that we'll get the replay function up here soon.
Yeah, coming out of the hairpin, there was just a gaggle of cars. He kind of got pinched, rear-ended. Oh boy,
Went off wide.
lots of sadness.
Ooh, it's getting spicy up in here. P5 to P7. We're on board with Isaiah Byers right now. Behind Murdoch and Cardin Liu. Looked like there was a tiny bit of rubbing between Murdoch and Liu. But as we all know, rubbing is racing.
So I think that Snell Train contact and that whole thing that kicked off might have been what actually brought the safety car out in the end. So there was probably half a dozen cars at least that got involved with just the aftermath. That kind of little left-right chicane, if you want to call it, or a little jog. Right after that hairpin is kind of where it was just a pinch point, and trying to go 3 wide through there didn't work. And the walls are close there too, so there's cars ping-ponging all over the place, and that's what brought out the safety car, I think.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that'll certainly do it.
So with all that, we've only got half an hour left in this race. Flying by. 10 minutes down. Only 2 racing laps or so, I feel like.
Looks like Messiah keeps changing places with the 2 Nissans around him. Was in front of Byers. Byers got around him. Now Landry was able to get around him as well.
So Solomon looking for something at the second chicane on Briscoe. Doesn't quite have it on that lap.
He may get it through the hairpin here.
It's definitely going to have drive out of here. We'll see if the Lambo's got enough straight line to pull away. Yeah, it doesn't quite have the speed to catch up to that Lambo without a mistake. Briscoe just got to keep it smart. Ooh, a little slow through that last corner.
Very good exit there from Simon. Tucking back in behind Briscoe.
Yeah. Kind of faked going inside, but backed out smartly, I think.
Gotta love that Golf livery. The blue and orange.
Yeah, I think that might be one of my favorites this season.
Yeah, I wish that McLaren and F1 would keep that, or at least run it a few more times this season. It's good looking livery.
Had an Audi go off track. I think self-inflicted.
Car 596.
968. Dizon.
Yeah, 596 was off as well, so not sure if those 2 were involved or related, but
Let's jump back into P13, Sansano. Let's see how things are going here. This is another tight gaggle. You gotta love these short circuits for the close-knit racing. Huge difference from Paul Ricard last week.
Yeah, I feel like Paul Ricard kind of got to a point where it was mostly just hot lapping. You know, everybody was pretty evenly spaced, and there wasn't really much going on for fighting for positions towards the end.
so Salomon's got through Briscoe. I don't know if we saw that, but he's totally checked out into P2.
Let's check that out.
Briscoe now defending from Murdoch. as Murdoch goes big over the curb. So we've got a bit of sun coming out too. There's some shadows casted on the track. Trying to break through the clouds.
Warm that track up a tiny little bit.
Wind's died down a bit, so I think wind watch can calm down for now.
100 watches low.
Oh, as the Bentley sends it up the inside. Oh, gets a little squirrely on exit, so the Lambo of Briscoe is going to come back through, maintain P3. Let's see if Riley Murdoch here can set up another move. He's also got to worry about Ben Keogh and the BMW in behind. Oh, as the Bentley just trucks down that straight. Gonna try and send one around the outside. Nice move there. And is Ben Keogh going to capitalize on this as well? No, he's going to back out at least at turn 2.
Wow, Ben is nipping at. It looks like. Hold on.
It's Briscoe.
Yeah, Briscoe's in the lead there. Corking a bottle at the moment, holding up a bit of a train. Let 2 cars through for now. We'll see if anyone else can come through. Keogh's the only one hanging on right now. The group behind from Byers back fell off a bit through the chicane there. But still very much in play. Looked like a Honda sent one up the inside there through the chicane.
Take a little nod to chat right now. McLaren and ACC would be nice to have more liveries in general. Ooh, Cardin Lou going wide. Looks like he had a tap from the rear quarter panel. Zach Patterson in the gaggle here. Hop on board with Taylor Clark. JP says McLaren's F1 Golf livery was the best livery in F1 ever. Completely agree. Yeah, the color scheme, the design on it, perfect. They need to throw it out some more, just like I said. The Jordan 7 Up. Am I missing something? Do you remember that, Dave?
Yeah, I wasn't watching F1 at that time, but Jordan was the team. Oh God, I don't know, mid-90s maybe, and they had 7 Up as a sponsor, so it's like a red and green with some white swipies on it.
All right, time to do some research.
I'll find it for you.
So we're still
that's
with
awesome.
this group. DeBeeden starting. I feel like DeBeeden started fairly high in this one. Well, I guess they're about where they would have started after quali.
It's confusing, isn't it?
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, they qualified on pole. No, they did not.
Ooh, check out Lyra real quick. Their car is heavily damaged. P27.
Okay, hold on.
Just look at the hood.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Not
I think
pretty.
he needs a pit stop.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Big Bertha's coming into the berth.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened, but
Oh shit. Oh, that is bad.
Oh, can't even hold the line.
No, how's
yeah,
the
I think there's a
steering?
reason it's going off track.
Well, at least he can
Oh.
keep it straight.
Ben Keogh just lost, I think, 3 positions. He got a little loose after the first chicane.
Yeah, Gabriel is definitely going to take that in. Okay, let's bring it back up. Again, sorry for the clicking. Have not gotten the broadcaster to work out properly. Yeah, I think that's pretty brutal. as we've talked about, the Beamer, it can be strong. Perez got his P1 here. But it's definitely not one of the speedy boys on this track. Doesn't have too much straight track to take advantage of. Certainly nothing like Paul Ricard. But it can eat up those curbs a bit, which is helpful.
I don't know if you guys noticed or not what Messiah got a DT through, if DT4, if that was for contact or if that was a track limits. Either way, they're serving it now.
This is when you message Cam on Discord and find out what happened.
Yeah. JP
Beaton
says,
defending from Sansano.
Jay, that's 7-up. Oh, that is... And he kept it.
Just
Did he have some contact? Let's check. Maybe a tiny bit? All things considered, though, that was a very good save. That could have been quite bad.
Looks like Messiah's was converted over to 15 seconds.
or did they get an additional 15?
Let's see.
Because
Cam.
Messiah was in serving, so I don't know if that. Oh, is that for speeding? Maybe.
Cam thinks it's for track limits, but he's not doing stewarding for this race.
Okay. Sansano was completely self-inflicted at turn 4, 5, whatever that fast right leading into the first chicane is.
This will be interesting. We know that Riley can take that curb a tiny bit better than the Honda. DeBoer got an excellent exit out of it. Oh, Jay, what do I think about the 7-Up livery? That is 100% the 90s, summed up in an F1 livery. Not bad.
You guys ever play the Super Nintendo game for the 7-Up mascot, the little red dots? They had like a game for them.
No.
I did not know that was a thing until I was listening to a podcast today and they were talking about it. So I found out about it today, but I did not know that that was a thing.
Did you listen to that same podcast, Dave?
No, I played the game
Oh.
when I was a kid.
That is incredibly ironic.
Cool spot. Yeah, Ducky's got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like they would use them in the commercials too, the little spots back then.
That is funny.
We're apparently making Ducky feel old.
Gulls are looking for something on Briscoe. Doesn't quite have it in this one. It's curious to see how far up the order Gulzar can make
Oh, wow.
a run in this one. Oh, as the
Look at
Nissan just
Byers
sends it up,
coming
the
up.
outside. Gonna have a fairly perilous line into the chicane there, but the just straight line speed of the Nissan over the Aston there was just tremendous. I think Byers might have not had to worry about, like, Gulzar and Briscoe are fighting, so Byers might have just been able to drive their line, carry a bit more speed through there, and try and make it up into the second chicane. Didn't quite get it done on that lap, but I'm sure he's just waiting for something to happen in front here. Oh, as he thinks about sending
wow.
one, as
He nearly
Keogh
had
joins
it
the party
there.
again. So Gulzar is through Briscoe. Gulzar up to P5. Nissan doing Nissan things. Gonna maybe send one around the outside.
Oh, a little bit too
Wide.
far outside, but Ben is saying,
much
"G'day,
speed.
mate."
Keogh just capitalizing perfectly. And Bentley's going to truck away too. Antoine Landry picking up a spot on his teammate as well. Now he's going to have a go at Briscoe. Landry with 10 seconds, so that's going to impact things at the end of this one. So we'll see if Briscoe either backs off or defends for a bit longer. 17 minutes might be enough time for someone to make up 10 seconds.
Ben Keogh with the moves. That how many positions did he gain on that? Was that 3?
I believe it was only 2.
Well, collectively, because was it Landry or Byers who went out wide? It was Byers, right?
It was Byers, yeah.
Yeah. So Byers going out wide. That was at least 1. And that you're right. So it was just
Yeah, it was just Briscoe because
Yeah.
Landry was behind Keogh.
Yes. Yep.
So I feel like Keith is a bit slower than the rest of the group he's in right now, but he's trying to defend and hold on to as many positions as he can. He got a decent result in the first race and got helped by that reverse grid, so he wants to maximize that in this one. Slightly more points in the longer 40-minute race, so as much as he can do in this one to stay as high up the order as he can is going to be beneficial in the long run.
All right, if you guys are cool with it, let's go ahead and bounce back to Card and Lou. See this fight between 10, 11, 12, and 13.
You're the leader, Ryan. You take us where you want to go.
Hey, I'm a man of the people. What do we want to see?
Oh, Nissan grabbing all of that inside curb.
Oh, shit. Dibina just went
Oh
off.
no. Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate. If we had the replay feature, I would have ran that. A tight little battle here
Oh,
between
cleansing
Cardin
gets
and
bumped
Cleansing.
off.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Ooh.
All right, we'll bounce back up to Cardin. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's race ending right there.
And that's too bad because it looked like a savable bump from cleansing. I just wonder if he got on the throttle a bit earlier aggressively and out on the dirt there, it just kicked around on him.
Yeah. Jay says naughty naughty tap. Yeah, I mean, but they're trying to be competitive, so that happens. I want to bounce back a bit further, give some other people. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. All right, let's go to our keyboard warrior, Andrea Specht.
Oh, Lambo in the wall there.
Who was that? Rasco? No, not Rasco.
Maybe it was a Bentley. Could be. I don't know. It was a great car in the wall as they came through the chicane there off to the side. Not entirely sure who it was.
The GTR is proving to be quite a weapon here.
GTR? What is that?
The
GDI.
Thank you.
I think it might have been Takis Weeks in the wall. As he tumbles down the order with a very broken front end of a Lambo. Yeah, the Nissan felt really good around here. Like, it was never really sketchy anywhere. The first two races of the season, I found like it was a lot more temperamental and high speed stuff. Just around here, it felt fairly easy to drive. So
Mhm.
I think for our team, it's one where the car is not going to be the issue. It's just a matter of the driver getting comfortable with the track.
Right. We got a few comments in chat. Falmanian looks like Briscoe had an off. Yeah, it does, as he's in P10 now. JP says the GDI, very good in traction zones. It seems like it, just as Dave was talking about it.
I don't know if I would go that like, especially at Silverstone coming through Village, like getting on the throttle, it was super loose on the rear end, so you had to be very gentle on your throttle application, especially when you're applying like a lot of steering.
Yeah.
I didn't find that around here tonight, so I don't know if that was just the setup I was using. I've been using ones done by Sean Madison the previous couple weeks. This one was done by Brandon Willett, who is not having a great race tonight. He was one of those cars that was way behind the pack after the safety car, but yeah, it felt super comfy. It could just be me getting used to the car now too. First couple weeks, you're always kind of still feeling the car out, or at least I am. I don't know. I don't put hundreds of hours of practice in before the season starts. So
Oh yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I'm still uneasy with the Beamer. I think I want to keep with it, even though I won't be racing with sprints in the rookie series and just in public lobbies. I want to keep with it, see how it feels, get a true feel for it, because I don't think I truly felt comfortable with the Audi until, I don't know, at least 100 hours in. It takes quite a while.
yeah, JP saying in chat that the GTR on the straights, that's definitely where it shines. Like once you get the power down in a straight line, it's just like there was cars we were gapping at Paul Ricard, even with giving them a tow type of thing. Like it was just ridiculous.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, the GDR was good at Paul Ricard. Beamer was good at Paul Ricard. The Jag was deadly at Paul Ricard as well.
That's because it's got no arrow.
It's the flying brick.
It's not even bricky. It's just it doesn't grip once you want to turn the car.
We had Hudson was, I mean, we talked about this before, but he was running top 5 for a while until the very end of the race.
Looks like a close battle right now is 14, 15, and 16 with Spec, Rasco, and Willette.
Yep.
I'm trying to bounce around, find anybody that's still racing each other.
Yeah, it's one thing with the Jag I think I've heard is that it shreds tires, so that could have been why Hudson was hanging on okay at the start of the race, and then tires go out the window and you're struggling just to keep it on the black stuff by the end of the race.
Yeah, very true.
So Willette doing well, actually recovering from probably dead last or very near to it on the safety car restart up to P16 with some more positions in sight as two or three of them go off there. Just get watching the car in front and follow their mistake.
Yeah, like JP says, we'll stick with Brandon here for a minute and see if he gets this overtake. And we'll jump back up to Cardin Lou at P11.
And also Murdoch is getting pretty close to Solomon.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the
for the
pointy
lead.
end here.
Yeah, well,
Murdoch and Gulzar. Gulzar's a ways back still, but Murdoch right on the rear end for P1. 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, he's just over half a second.
ooh, is Brandon going to get the switchback here?
Oh, if he gets the power down early, he might.
Ooh,
Yep.
he might. It's looking like it.
That's going to be done and dusted by the time they get to this next corner. It's got the inside line as well. Can just squeeze him to the outside. Rasco.
Oh, slight tap.
A little squirrely on the Nissan, but they're going to be okay.
Was Willette new to OOR this season, or has he raced before?
I believe last season was his first. He was in a BMW last season. Don't think he was there any seasons before that. So second full season. Moving up the leaderboard here, P15 now, as we jump to our fight for the lead here with 7 minutes to go. Salomon scooting past a few drivers since we last saw him. He was fighting with Briscoe, I think, the last time we checked in with Salomon. Murdoch scooting up the order as well. Would have been P11, I believe, at the start. Oh, as we've got a Mercedes sideways in the wall. That's not great. Oh, as they reverse onto track.
Oh no!
So Murdoch going deep into the chicane.
Oh,
Gonna
that was
lose
so
a bit of
close.
gap. Or a bit of ground, rather.
That was almost so much sadness here at the tip or the pointy end.
So Foul Minion is saying that Willette was an absolute weapon in the Beamer last season.
Yeah, that whole BMW team was stacked last season. They had... Who did they have? Gulzar, Willette. Oh, I'm just thinking North America even, but...
Oh, okay.
Who else did they have?
Ferez, he was Beamer as well, right?
Yeah, Sadie was split blue.
Was Thiago? I feel like he was.
Yeah, he was split blue.
Brian, it looks like Jay is going to have to join the Smelly Boys. Just had a little poop coming out watching that stuff with the Mercedes.
All right, he fits right in. Excellent.
Andy coming in clutch. Doug Bourne was the third in split red.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Don't
Andy.
know if Bourne is in the Sprint Series this season. I can't remember if I've seen them yet.
Bourne was red. Sadie was blue. Got it.
So Murdoch closing back up a bit, but not quite there yet.
Getting close.
So you see Landry chasing down Keogh. Obviously, Landry's got that 10 seconds hanging over them, so that's going to dampen things a bit at the end.
Yeah, it's certainly unfortunate. If Landry finishes, well, he won't have a big enough gap. He's currently sitting at P7 in the overall standings.
Yeah, Jay, I think last season I made a couple, oh my god, it's Doug Bourne jokes, but I don't know if they landed with anyone.
Helion, welcome in. Let's jump on board with Sansano. The old Big Bertha's Motorsport wagon.
So I think we mentioned it already, but Briscoe is just tumbling down the order. P6 last, I think we saw them down to P12. Someone said they had a moment though, so that could be part of it.
Do you have any visible damage?
I don't know. My assumption, especially with
Fighting
the
an
engine, would
oversteer
be
there.
tires, because his car looks pretty clean. Yeah, I honestly think it's tires.
Yeah.
It's tough going 40 minutes with no stops.
Oh, as the Mercedes
like,
comes straight
ooh.
through.
Mansano was able to get around Lou. Yeah, that's a pretty nice move.
Lou just got a bit aggressive on the first part of the chicane, and Sansano was just able to carry that much more speed. Clark and who is this? Clark's the Ferrari. Who's the Honda? Oh, Lou, I guess. Is that right?
I think that's another Honda.
Oh,
maybe
that's a lapped
back
one, yeah.
marker.
Yeah,
Patterson's
190 something.
maybe? Yeah, Patterson's 192.
Hanging on though. I think Patterson was. Oh no, as
That
just at the
Murdoch?
front.
Ooh, yeah. Just hit the wall.
So Salomon gets a bit of breathing room here with 2 minutes to go. Murdoch made a mistake at the first chicane. Had to navigate a bit of traffic as well. That wasn't the issue at the first chicane, I don't believe. So we will have 2 laps of the line, most likely. Oh, maybe just one, actually.
Yeah, possibly one.
Yeah, next week off to Bathurst, which is going to be exciting.
Oh, I can't
Curious
wait.
to see how the rookies do. First time for rookies going to Mount Panorama as well. We haven't done DLC before for the rookies, so if you are in the rookies or just want to get involved with OOR, we run a rookie series on Tuesday nights in all our regions. There's track walkthroughs on the weekends, practice races, so get a good feel for it. It's a low stakes, low pressure event. Good way to kind of get into ACC or just into OOR. And Bathurst is going to be exciting.
As a rookie, I'm nervous for Bathurst, and I'm definitely going to try and get one of Cam's walkthroughs this weekend.
I can't wait. I'm gonna send it.
I believe Mr. Madison is doing all the walkthroughs this weekend, but yeah, those are always handy for everyone who's not too familiar with the track or just wants some extra pointers. And I will say, even as a 4-season veteran of the Sprint Series, I still get worried for Mount Panorama, so I don't know if it ever goes away.
It's going down the mountain. It's just terrifying.
What, you mean no grip?
I just feel like a pinball just bouncing off the sides.
Well, yeah, if you're smacking the walls.
Well, yeah. But once you start, I feel like you can't stop.
Just don't go sideways. Then you're taking up the whole road.
Oh yeah, that's no good.
So Salomon comes across P1, Murdoch P2, second behind after that mistake. So I think Murdoch might have had the pace. He just couldn't get it done on track. Gulzar P3, DeBoer P4, Landry P5 on track, but that 10 seconds is going to shuffle them down quite a few. Who do we got? Keo, Byers, Gonzalez, Clark, and Lou will be the 10 on track. Top 10 on track.
Ooh, nice little battle right here. Coming into the home stretch. Is that Spect right there? Yep.
So Ducky had a nice nickname for Bathurst. He called it That Hurts.
Yeah, that hurts Mountain. Or that hurts Australia.
Yep.
Audi Tings coming down the home straight. I think that about rounds it up. A few more stragglers coming across.
Any surprises for you guys this split for the 40-minute race?
Oh, it was good to see Ben back up on top. So Ben snuck his way. Well, granted, reverse order, but he was able to defend and keep his top 10 position, ending in P6. So that's good to see. Unfortunate for Landry, as P5 would have been a good finish for him. But that 10-second penalty will put him P7. So it's consistent.
Yeah, I think Murdoch, me being the first week I see them, pushing Hamza in the first race, coming home ahead in second race. That was partly due to the reverse grid, but I think even on pace, Murdoch just kind of had room to work with by the end of the race there.
Yeah, I think it would have been interesting to see if they hadn't made the mistake, to see if they could have gotten even closer to.
So
Alabama.
overall top 3 in the first race: Gulzar, Murdoch, and Landry. Who do we got for pro-ams?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sensano, Davis, and Varn. And Murdoch and Messiah and Gonzalez in the AM, but that'll probably get shuffled out. I don't think Murdoch is an AM for much longer.
No, not at all.
No, I don't think so either.
This is race
As
2
we look
here.
at race 2, is this pro-ams? This is pro-ams. No.
Yep.
Yes. No.
Yes, it is.
Sensano, Duarte, and Rasco. Top 3. Who we got for overall? Salomon, Murdoch, and Gulzar. So there we go.
Good racing tonight. Cannot complain at all. Very close. You gotta love these short tracks for all that close-knit action.
And I personally really enjoy the super sprint format too. I think it's a really nice nice to have the break in between. Reshuffle the grid.
How do you like it as a driver, Dave?
It really depends on the car for me here.
Yeah.
I hated it for the longest time, but I feel
Mhm.
like that was partly just unfamiliarity and bad cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Nissan, I had a ton of fun this week. I didn't do a ton of practice, but 30, 40 minutes, super easy to drive, not really white knuckling it all the way around. It's kind of just comfortable to drive. So, and even in our races with the big grid and like you say, the short track, it was pretty fun, kind of interesting race all the way through. So I think it was a good week for me.
Yeah, you were
Hope
sitting
everyone
pretty-
enjoyed.
Giving everybody a tour of the facilities here, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stuff that I can never look at while I'm racing.
I've never seen this motorhome before.
I haven't either.
Anyways, we are back next week at Mount Panorama, like we said. Until then, enjoy your weekends, everybody, and we will see you next week.
Yeah. Adios.